and we should be live now. Sorry, folks, that took us a minute.
I'm not ready.
I know you're not ready. Neither am I. That's why we're vamping right now. That's the thing we do.
We wax philosophical.
Yeah, philosophical. That's always the thing we do here, isn't it?
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. Yes. Oh, I
Yeah,
feel so
folks.
festive right now. I'm in my Hawaiian shirt. I feel good. Feel nice and relaxed. The weather outside's nice and cool. It's just a great day right now.
Weather outside is frightful.
I'm in my Pac-Man shirt and everything's wet.
Oh my.
Okay, that came.
My.
I more mean just there's thunderstorms every single day.
Oh,
as
true.
of
I mean,
late.
well, that it is Florida. I mean, it's the wettest state. I mean, have you seen how much those elders are doing it in the homes? I mean, come on. Even though, would that be considered dry at that point?
I guess this is why it's America's penis.
Dre.
Okay, we're starting the show with that one. Well then, yeah. We're just waiting on Sour, folks. So we're gonna put some music on. What the heck? Let's see if I can find something good.
I'll
Yeah.
slap Sour awake. I hope it
She's
works.
using the bathroom, I think, or getting a drink. A drink.
I'll
Fud syndrome.
slap her bathroom door then.
Fud syndrome. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, folks, I'm back even after I couldn't last week.
Yeah.
So I got kidnapped by my patron. Yay.
Yes.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's not
Yes.
like we panicked or anything.
No, and it's not like they fought demons
We
either.
panicked so hard, everything went wrong.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Yeah.
I can't wait for you all to tell Mallow what happened while he was gone.
So I love the fact that last
back.
thing that Mallow knows, we're still on a job
Alright.
with a live our quarry is still alive and he's gonna come back to either in hell or us contemplating dealing with the fact that we fucked up, didn't take watch, and decided to let our entire job die.
Mallow was supposed to take watch.
Oh, you're gonna spin that yarn. Oh well.
Oh yeah, you're gonna throw that at him now.
Oh god. All right. Well,
We
while
can
we're
blame it on his patron.
questioning that point, how about we get this game started, shall we? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh crud! I just realized I'm not even in the game.
Yeah,
Well, you got
I
a
was
couple
gonna say
seconds.
You're not here.
Well, you got a couple seconds while I read this thing. So how about that? All right. Last time on the Wings of Freedom, our heroes found themselves once more on the road. Their new wagon train rolled on into the night. Vicky and Boomy comparing wagons over the journey until the leading caravans pull over to the side of the road. Words were soon had with the wagon's matriarch as she aggressively told the League to set up camp and get a fire going. Boomy and Maddie went off to collect wood for the camp together, and a little bit of a misunderstanding happened between the two, and the next thing, Boomy's running away from the woods with a giant T-Rex chasing her. A bite and a shotgun blast later, Maddie soon detransformed, and words were had once more with the party. During this time, Mallow seemingly disappeared, with a note left behind. After the day's events, the party decided that they all needed a rest, at once. With the night continuing on, Maddie found that a bathroom run was needed for herself. Exiting Vicky's trailer, she ran smack into the back of a gorilla-like creature as it appeared to be making its way towards their creatures of burden. And as she looked around, she soon noticed that the group was being attacked. A fierce battle was fought with Boomy succumbing to the wiles of two beautiful winged human-shaped creatures. After the conflict was resolved, the dust settling, carts broken, and another questionable individual revealing themselves with an offer for the group. Who knows what's going to happen? But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin our tonight's game with everyone muting but Mallow.
One deaf and two, or just me?
I will leave that up to you, but just be careful, okay? All right. Mallow,
Yes.
as you were reading your book, sitting in your cart, well, Boomy's cart to be exact, you heard some raucous sounds outside, and as you were just about to investigate, you walk over to the door, and as you open it, you're no longer inside the camp.
Well, Valor just looks around. What does he see? Where is
You
he?
see a land of blue, orange, pinks just floating out in there. You look down and you're literally standing in a doorway. You look behind you, there's no cart, there's nothing around you.
Mm. Well, I guess he shouts, "Anybody there? Anybody? What's going on? Am I losing it?"
Your voice echoes over the landscape as it's just like, am I losing it? It. And suddenly you hear a voice from top of the door frame. Maybe. But then again, you never know what happens here.
Oh, it's you. Were you the one who took me?
No, I think it was that big guy with the things coming out of his nose, kind of blackish. Could have been him, yeah.
It's Ketrin. It's Ketrin.
I call him Sheepy.
Anyway. Okay, that's a legit name. Anyways, why have you brought me here?
Well, you see him jump down from on top of the door frame, which is just literally a rectangular piece of wood in the middle of this area. And as he jumps down, he just kind of floats there in midair, kind of lazing back, sitting, and he just goes, "Well, you see, I brought you here because you've kind of been impressing me a little bit, you know."
Pressing you?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
You survive some tough scrapes, you get out of things alive with your wits, you're starting to become a voice of somewhat reason.
I mean, with this kind of group, I think they need reason. Plus, yeah, I slayed a dragon. That was an accomplishment I didn't expect. Well, with the group.
Yeah,
But-
you still helped. Counts.
Sure. But, alright. What do you need? Explain.
What do I need? Well, I need to kill a man, that's for sure. Did that once. Funny part is he came back.
What?
Yeah, what counts is 24 hours in your time, he came back to life. It was kind of interesting. Butt-ass naked. It was a hilarious thing, but, yeah, I killed him one time just because I wanted to. I need to get back to the Feywild once I finish up here. What else do I need? I mean, I need you to get more powerful, that's definitely for sure, if you want to come home. Which, speaking of which, he kind of floats over to you and puts his hand on your shoulder. And as he does that, instantly your eyes roll back into your head as suddenly your body just starts to shake.
What's going on? He's freaking out.
You suddenly see visions of powerful magics flashing in your eyes, of controlling animals with your mind, of flashing lights in the air, of this dark circle with black, thick tendrils swiping out at creatures, people burning alive on the inside. And you feel that all of a sudden your body just goes, poof. You're no longer there, but you're there at the same time.
I feel scarred.
Yeah, that process happens sometimes when I gift you more power.
Yeah. Good to know. But what the frick did I see?
Well,
Ah,
you saw things I've done and things with life that now you can do too. I grant you that ability now. Which, speaking of which, you're gonna need it soon. And almost like he literally opens up a pocket of the dimension, literally grabbing it and lifting it up into the air as you look through, and you see your friends in the middle of a firefight. You see wagons on fire. You see spells being cast. You see creatures flying around. You see Boomy shooting one of your companions, and it's just chaos.
what happened while I was in here?
Oh, you're still in here. This is what's happening right now out there.
Oh. maybe I should go back. But
When I feel like it, yeah.
before I do, I wanted to ask something.
Mm.
You said something about the zoo. Can you mind explaining me about that?
Ah, the zoo, yes. The organization that took you from us a long, long time ago. I think you'll figure it out eventually, but let me give you a tidbit.
Yeah.
Follow the bronze and the silver. Once you do that, you'll know more.
Oh. All right. A mystery. Good to know. All right, I'll head over there unless you need anything else from me.
Well, you can get out of here then by yourself?
Can I?
Looks at you like, can you?
I can't recall. What is this place even?
You have no idea. You've never been to this plane before.
Yeah, so he's just confuzzled.
You can't get out of here. Unless I will it.
Oh. Well, can you kick me out then?
Let's see what happens first. And he kind of, I'm just curious because, look, I want to see what they do by themselves. I mean, they're kind of strong, and I'm just curious. And he kind of pulls it open again and kind of sits back once more. You see like a coconut appear in his hand as he starts drinking from it.
I always question how you make these things appear. All right. Fine. I guess I'll go watch too.
Mm-hmm. You see the battle rage on until eventually the party is actually able to subdue the enemies with actually relatively ease. And then all of a sudden you see another figure approach them. This one holding up their hands in kind of an amnesty sort of way as they talk. But you can see your party's still a little bit on edge from the fight as they question and prod until a sentence is said to them. And he's like, "Ah, and that's my cue." And instantly, with a snap of your fingers, you're instantly transported back, and you're suddenly once more in the carriage staring at the window.
He tries to get himself together,
Mm-hmm.
feels his face. Oh,
He's all there.
all right. Bronze and silver. And he charges out like, I'm here.
All right.
What did I miss?
And with that, I'd like everyone else to come in.
Huh? Oh, look, you can turn.
Bowie just starts screaming the moment Malab jumps out of the back of her cart.
Maddie's gonna look at Mallow and then run up to him. It's like, where have you been?
I've been talking to.
All right, I know where you've been. Shoves a letter in his face.
And you said it's in Sylvan, right?
Yes, it is
Yeah.
in Sylvan.
What does it say? Because I didn't hear about it yet.
Yeah, basically the gist of it is I've taken him. He needs some more. Basically along the lines of he's grown more powerful. He just doesn't realize it yet, so he's coming with me, kind of deal.
Oh.
It's written in
Well.
badly scripted handwriting, just like not a care in the world.
It's horribly written, but I could still read it.
That's my patron for you. I love
Yeah.
him. Anyways, I see everything just blew up.
Lots of
Everything
blood, lots of
gone wrong.
gore.
And
We have to go to hell.
wait. What? Wait.
Now you
What?
go to hell.
I will punch you.
Wait.
Okay.
Now go to hell.
But just so you all know, hell has a bunch of devils.
And we just
you
fought
know
a bunch
me,
of devils.
Mm-hmm.
Were
Oh,
you
yeah, I
off
did-
talking with La La Land with what's his name?
You know, it could do a lot worse if you try to do some insults. But look, I really hate devils, just to let you know, and I do not want to go to hell, because I'm a good boy.
Yes,
Well-
well, the dragons have been kidnapped and taken there.
Mm-hmm. And this
Hello.
imp here and their matron were telling us what was going on.
Trust me, I would have said no to the whole going to hell thing and making a deal with some sort of devil
Demon.
of sorts. Demon. What's her name?
The woman that you now see, or woman I use in quotations, is a very vexing female, large, again, busty chest,
Memories.
curves in all the right places, a red dress slitted up to her thigh, just decent horns coming at the top, and she just goes, yes, quite. As you may know, I'm sorry to hear you do not like devils. Some of us can be very flattering. However, yes, my employer, how would you say this?
Boss.
Boss, yes, in your common tongue, yes, boss. My boss, has requested your presence in order to maybe deal with a problem or two down there, but
We killed their rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it's dragons inside hell, and there's other reasons, and
Yes.
Fine.
I'm not happy
Fine.
about it either. I want to head up to Whitestone, but apparently they're being sold on auction. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go find out who took them and go to beat their faces in.
Well, that's just a
I'm going to
formality.
shoot them in the dick.
That is just a formality for the auction. They've already been bought. If you
By who?
a rather interesting looking goblin with black ears.
Oh, great. I'm going to kill him.
Mallow?
I don't know
Believe?
if it's a guy or a girl.
Hold on, guys. Mallow.
yeah.
That sounds very familiar.
Actually, he just realized it, which his eyes flare up with a very bit of rage and is like, "All right, let's go."
Well, you
Let's-
changed
let's
yours
go.
so quick. I mean, so did I, to be fair. Alright, so let's go, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't have... he's, like, torn. It's like,
That
What are you
Probably
gonna do
sounds
about
familiar.
I
like
can't... I
The
can't believe we're going to
cards?
hell.
the carts and the
Perhaps they're
horses?
Vicky actually pipes up with this. Well, I don't know about you folks, but let me tell you what. I'm not going to hell. Number one, it's going to stink down there. And number two, I'm not leaving cookies and cream. Oh, no. This is my wagon. And Boomy, I am so mad at you right now. Sorry,
Are
Vicky,
you
if I'm
mad at
doing
her?
your voice like that.
Are you mad
that
at
sounds
Vicky?
amazing.
Don't get it.
Perfect, I love it.
Oh, right, she blew up. Never mind. I remember now.
Yeah, she blew up my car. I'm a little pissed at her right now. And excuse me, it's just not Gucci.
Well, of course it's not Gucci.
Vicky,
The
I'm
whole
going
situation
to
is not Gucci.
watch my bull.
Oh, I'll watch it, all right, because you can't, obviously. It ran away earlier.
Well, how about this? You head up to Whitestone and explain the whole scenario that's going on.
Do you think she
And
can
we'll
run
see you there.
both carts at once?
I look to Boomy with like a deadpan glare. It's like, do you think we have much of a choice? Do you want her to be stuck out here with the possibility of more of those things approaching and
Oh, shit,
taking her on
too.
by herself?
Or what about your beautiful wagon?
Have a wagon.
Who fucking cares? At this point, we're going to hell. What's the worst
Oh,
could happen?
Mallow, if you have
To
no
your
Mallow,
fucking
Boomy's
wagon.
drunk.
Who's drunk? Sorry.
Boomy is
You-
drunk.
Boomy is shit-faced.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
What are we gonna do?
You know what? Can we go to hell now?
Yeah,
Uh,
I was
li-
gonna say, would you rather sit here and listen to these complaining and bickering and the slurred words of Boomy, or are we gonna go to hell and worry about Kuznath and Aurora, who are, as Lady said, were being sold at an auction, and are probably
They've
the
already been
auction
bought.
going to happen?
No, they've already been bought, apparently, by some goblin who has black ears, and I'm going to kill his fate. Do we know names or where he may be?
Sour.
I mean-
Excuse me, Maddie, Kiatrin.
Yeah.
I need you both to make me perception checks for hearing.
Alright.
Okay.
So you'll fucking end this
14. Okay.
bastard's life as soon as I can. Perception checks. That is, where is perception? Thank you very much.
26. Sour, you're kind of just like trying not to pay attention to Boomy and everything. However, Keatrin,
Yeah.
your giant elephant ears twitch as you hear something too heavy thuds right next to the carts.
Hold on a second. I'm going to go kill something. He just turns around and starts walking towards it, cracking
And
his knuckles
as
as he
you
goes.
as you do, two gigantic draconic forms materialize out of an invisibility spell.
He's like, I'm going to fucking kill.
You're going
Maddie
to do
runs over.
what now,
Silver and
Keatrin?
silver and bronze, brass.
Oh yeah.
He just sort of like stops as he's like cracking his knuckles. Like, all right,
Uncrack
Oh.
your knuckles.
yeah. He's just kind of like so done with everything right now. And the moment he sees the silver dragon, he's like, oh shit.
I thought you were gonna punch him.
I
Yes.
was.
All right. So people you know, this is first time seeing these two.
So, Mallow. These are the dragon's parents.
Maddie
Uh,
leans over.
Yes. I have the names right. So, this is Rul Volum, and this is Doversky.
Rule Volum would be, he points to the silver one, and Doversky is the bronze one.
Yep.
Just so you know.
Okay.
Are you here to kill us, or are you here to tell us how bad we are at our job?
Well, considering we have been listening around for what has been about a good 10 minutes or so, we're not going to kill you yet.
Oh, great.
You are correct, it is not your fault. That's why I'm stopping Doversky here from running you all through with his claws. He kind of just grumbles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, trust me, I don't feel any better about this than you do.
Well, to say the least, we are gonna go to hell and try to save the two dragons. And possibly murder a certain goblin.
I'm gonna
Oh.
save Kushna.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill the person who bought them. I'm gonna kill the person who fucking took them.
Yeah, the silver dragon looks at you, Boomy, by the way. She kind of
Yeah,
rolls her eyes and literally reaches up one giant talon. And this thing is bigger than you, Boomy. Like, it's bigger than Keatrin. They are gigantic creatures. Like, together they take up at least 60 feet of space, if not more, on a board. Okay,
Are they ancients?
these are ancient
Yeah.
dragons. Yes.
Like I said, I punched one of them, and he's currently not here, thank God.
Yeah. As she does that, you feel the drunkenness immediately fade from your mind as you see her talon glow in your in her hands.
Oh, when did? Oh,
Welcome
shit.
back to reality.
Oh,
Good
God.
morning. We're going to die. Maddie just hides behind Mallow.
Maddie, what are you doing?
I hate I don't like dragons. So she's just shaking.
I mean,
The
then
voice
again, we
key.
fought.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Boomy.
Tell me, is Jamon pissed?
We have not heard hide nor wing of him
Oh,
in a
that's not
long
good.
time.
Have you heard the news about Barnabas?
Yes.
Yes, they have. That's the reason why the dragons left. To try and explain it to them.
And they never made it to us, is the problem.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have them leave our protection unescorted.
Okay, Boomy, you
Boomy,
should
you're not drunk.
do
If
that.
if you're going to aggravate them, you may as well just go back to the
I'm
fucking.
upset.
Yes, we know.
We're
And
all
we're very upset
upset.
with you. We're upset with everything right now. I am.
From the back you hear, I'm just having a great time right now, actually. Thank you very much.
I swear to God, I
Shut
don't
up,
care if you're
sexy
an
woman.
employer or not. I will punch you. I've dealt with enough of your kind today.
Keitra,
All right.
please.
Can everybody stop arguing and let's get to the point? Cause I want to go to hell to save these dragons, and hearing a goblin has gone me on the sour tongue. Like,
You have a problem with a
Sour
goblin?
tongue.
yes, it's a long story, but dragons. Is there anything you want to say to us, since we are gonna directly go down to hell and try to pinpoint where your dragons are, and we will try to do what we can to kill off freaking-
The bronze one kind of leans into you and just goes,
Wise words, young one. However, we ourselves cannot travel there, for if we do, the Scale Tyrant will surely find us.
Oh,
You walk into our lair. Be cautious.
thank
Mm,
you.
okay.
And
As for your
Even-
cards, we will watch over them as well.
Oh, well, Vicky,
yeah?
these are the big dragons that appointed us to be the guardians, and yes.
Like, I would
Speaking of
never have
goblins.
guessed the fact that happened because, I mean, one's a silver, one's a bronze. I mean, a troglodyte could have fixed that, could have pieced that together.
Shouldn't you be like bowing down and worshiping them or something?
Yeah, something like that, because you would head over heels when you saw the
Mal
dragons
just
beforehand.
bows.
I've kind of come to terms with it at this point, really, in all honesty.
Alright, well, now you're going to be sticking with them for a while, so enjoy that.
Then I'll do more bowing then and play a little ditty. Maybe get the circus going. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun.
If
Oh,
I
God.
had my spells, I would throw Vicky.
Don't kill her, please.
Mal's gonna go to the hooded figure right now
Guess we're
and
going to
say,
hell.
so...
Oh, she's not hooded at all. She's got
She's
her
not
black.
hooded.
She's got her black hair splayed out in just like a glorious fashion.
She's wearing a Jessica Rabbit style dress.
Yep.
She looks
Okay,
like
I
a
wasn't-
demon.
I wasn't sure, okay?
It's red on
But-
red.
Red on red.
Okay, if he looks like a demon, he's nervously gonna go towards her. He's like,
She's got a real bounce to her
When-
chest.
how do we go to hell?
Well,
Since
I'll need
think
you
we
to
should
hold
do
my
that.
hand.
Okay.
She reaches out one hand.
Shakefully has his hand, like, over to her. Like,
She grips it. You can actually feel like the. You're actually surprised that she actually has rough calluses on her hands.
oh.
Do a lot of climbing.
Yes,
well,
ma-
he meeps.
yes. Mountain climbers have no shame.
Alright.
I need you all to join
Okay.
hands.
Okay. I take Mallow's hand.
Mm-hmm.
I take up Mallow's other hand.
I rest my
Um,
hand on Maddie's back because it's too big to take anything.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, y'all are touching one way or another. She
Yeah.
pulls out a scroll and begins to read. Does anybody here speak Infernal?
Well,
I only know Draconic
Okay.
and Sylvan.
So in a rough guttural language, you hear, and all of a sudden, y'all feel your bodies just like are pulled and stretched this way and that as you suddenly are flying into space, like into the cosmos of one way or another. And as you are zooming through endless stars whipping past you, you see a giant glistening gate in front of you.
Are we going to heaven?
And as you get closer, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And yet, as you go through, you're able to go right in between the bars as you zoom through. And as you go through, suddenly you start diving downwards, 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 downward, downwards. All you see is dark. You see horrendous creatures, different things just flashing before your eyes until finally you land with a poof on the ground.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, quit your belly aching. That was just fine.
Actually, I saw worse.
Hmm.
I see demons.
No shit.
And what is our surroundings?
You look at your surroundings, and all you see is a desolate wasteland. English.
Laceland.
Yes. It's a land of lace. It's just fabulous, darling. Fabulous. Okay. Anyway, it's a wasteland of destruction and despair. The ground is cracked and jagged. There is lava spewing indiscernibly from each way. You look off into the distance, and immediately all you feel is just hot wind hit your face. Especially for you, Kiatrin, you enter this area, and all you can smell is death and decay as you enter. And Maddie and everybody can stop hearing the soft moans of screams.
Yep, this is hell. I've never been here. I already know that I don't like this place.
I already don't like this place, but hides behind Kiatrin.
So before
Alright.
I start losing my mind, do you know where we have to go to find the dragons, or do we need to
Do
search
we need
for
to-
this ourselves?
I think we need to talk to someone first about a deal or something. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I don't care what's going on. I just want to find out where.
If you would like a head start, I offer you this way. And as you look off into the distance, about 10 miles or so, you see a gigantic stone monolith of some kind standing out in the distance.
We have to travel that far to get. Okay, all right, let's go. Let's start making
She
our way
doesn't
over.
like unannounced creatures traveling into her area.
Unannounced. She's the one who called for us.
I think it's a different demon that Mary belongs to. I'm assuming, based on the context.
Oh, no. That is her keep, yes. No, the other demon's over there, and you look off to the other side, and you see another gigantic monolithic, a little bit smaller than the other one, but just another, appears to be just black, cropped building set off way in the distance as well.
I was gonna crow to a ball and minor illusion him as a crate.
You're a solid snake.
Yes.
All right. Am I just gonna have to carry you at this point?
Okay.
No.
Question.
No.
Question.
Yeah.
Which
Awesome.
direction is the place that we're having the auction with our friends?
Oh, the auction was held in secret in a below cavern somewhere. We don't know where. We just have a general idea. However, like I said, the boss would like to see you first, and then she'll give you the information.
Yes, that's
How
how
do we get
deals
there
work.
quickly?
They have information on us that we want, and it's like, I hate this.
Do you have
Alright, let's just
transport
go.
for us?
Yes, it's
Good.
called your legs.
Going this way. Yes,
Fuck
we're
you.
walking 10. Can I make an intelligence check to know if I know if it's 10 miles or if it's more or not?
I'm gonna say you guys are seasoned travelers. You know it's about 10 miles.
Well, I think one
Oh,
problem
we
is
gotta walk.
I think
Let's keep going.
this one problem is that we haven't rested yet, so we'll be traveling well longer. Or we'll be traveling to a point of exhaustion if we travel that far.
Yep.
Mhm. That's up to you guys to call right now.
Look, we might get accommodation there. Whatever.
That's like half.
What if we don't get a combination?
If we don't get accommodation, then we do it without, because this is what the situation we've been put in. We have
I
no
haven't-
other option.
That's like 4 hours. That's like what? 4 hours? 5, 6 hours of walking?
You'll be fine. Let's just keep going.
We haven't even got to sleep yet.
I'll fucking carry you then. I don't care. Let's go.
The
Mailbox grows hooved legs and starts walking in the direction.
I'll follow the box. I'll
Alright.
follow the magic box. Like half dragging my feet behind me tiredly.
Now,
Alright.
question, Zorn.
Yes.
Because I went to sleep early yesterday, would I be going to a point of exhaustion? Because I did say I was sleeping well earlier than everyone else.
And to be fair, he was taking naps on the way there too.
He was. So technically, you are the one feeling the best out of everyone, considering.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
cool.
you would probably get
Yeah.
exhaustion later. You didn't get a full rest, but
Yeah, I didn't.
but it's still better than what a lot of these people got. So
Yeah.
Plus, the
Okay, let's head
environment
on
is
out.
impressive.
So, we're heading that way. I'm gonna make perception checks to see if we're getting followed or if there's anything that maybe like insight or something. I don't know. I'm not at ease in this place, so I want to know everything that's
And
going
you
on around me.
yes, and as you guys start walking, you notice that her wings unfurl behind her, and she starts flying over there, keeping up with you, just ahead. The dress billowing behind her.
It's
Boomy.
so difficult for me.
I'm so sorry. So sorry, Mallow.
Yeah, Mallow's just constantly murmuring how terrified he is of this scenario.
Hi, Mallow. We'll be fine.
Fine, totally fine. There's death everywhere. This is totally fine.
Look, I'm freaking out also. Okay.
And as you say that, you guys pass by actual section of land where you see disheveled armor, rusted and pitted, just sitting there on the ground with a skeleton below it.
Lovely. All right. Cool.
Wait, how close is the skeleton?
It's fairly close. I mean, like 5 feet away.
Mm.
Can I take the skull?
Yeah.
Okay, Maddie's gonna walk over, just stare at it, and then she's gonna take the skull and put it in her bag and walk away.
Okay.
Stealing body parts now, aren't we?
Hey, souvenir.
How do you like your wife, Mallow?
Actually, she isn't all that bad.
gotta keep morale up.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah. Okay. You're looking
Thank
for
you.
enemies or anything coming behind you.
I'm looking for anything and everything that may be watching us, stalking us. If anything could be bad, maybe I don't know, insight check, perception, either.
It'd be
either, I don't
perception
know.
right now. 23. Both
23
sides.
both.
All right. As you're looking around, it is a very flat plain, easy to see. Nothing's going to be sneaking upon you that easily. For the
That
most
makes
part,
sense.
you see nothing in this distance. You see corpses littering the ground every now and then, broken banners, disheveled siege engines of different types. Off in the distance, you actually do see a river of some kind. And then way off in the distance, you see a mountain. One lone mountain.
Well, what's the bit? That's where the other dragon lives. They like to live in mountains.
Oh, you know of her.
Oh yes, we've heard of. Yes, no, we're currently trying to kill the people who worship her.
Are you telling me the scale timer is actually here?
I mean, she's a
And-
deity of hell.
As you say that, Boomy, in the back of your mind, you hear, "Who dares speak my name?"
It instantly goes up my spine. I stand stock still in panic.
Mm-hmm.
Keep moving. We don't have time to stop.
I heard a voice.
We're in hell.
Oh yeah,
You're
you'll
gonna
hear
hear
a
a lot of voices.
and a lot of screams and a lot of death. Just shut up and keep going.
I think it was her.
Who?
I don't want to say the name anymore.
All right, then don't. Just keep going.
Hello. Are you still there?
When can we stop and take a break? because we first got attacked. We didn't all get a good night's sleep, and I think a lot of us would like to relax for at least a second, especially if we get attacked. I don't have spells.
He turns to look at you. Ketrin turns to look at you, and then like turns to look at every bit of death in the air, and like, do you really want to stay in a place that has so many corpses that if we were to possibly stay,
Boomy will raise her hand.
I will say though, Kiatrin,
it's not.
I have no spells because I
don't have
used
any
them
key
all.
points. It's
think-
fine. We're
think
all
we
in a
should
bad
just-
spot right now.
I think we should just march on to the safety of the place full of demons who won't hurt us.
Safety in hell.
Hey, it's either stay out here where there could be demons who could hurt us, and little Miss Evil Dragon Lady over in that mountain over there, or go to the fortress full of people who work for the person who want to see us and won't maybe kill us.
Ladies,
Maybe is the key word.
Flying lady.
I prefer the maybe to the.
do you have any way to
absolute-
make this quicker? Because they don't shut up.
I'll keep walking. I'm just keep walking forward and faster and faster.
Yeah, you guys are walking and talking this whole time, okay?
I'm walking faster.
Yes.
I don't want to be here anymore. I'm scared.
All
I
right.
mean, if I had spells, it would be a little more comforting for me because there's so many bones everywhere.
Yes.
I-
I carry Maddie the entire way. I pick her up and I'm like, don't worry, if you're going to be scared, it'll fucking kill you.
Yes.
I'm not scared. I
but-
want those. As she points at all the bodies.
As he like is lifting you up and has you on my shoulder, walking.
She doesn't fight it. She just leg there like, aww.
Yes. By the way, Maddie,
Hmm.
because of your heritage and everything, this place just feels so wrong to you in every core of your fiber English of your
Fibery
fiber.
being.
Your fibery being, yes. Just like everything seems wrong. Nature has always been one with you. There is no nature here at all.
Nope. She's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Question, Zorn.
Yes.
How many hours is it going to take for us to reach the place? So I know how many points of exhaustion we need to collect on our way there.
Well, for the sake of brevity, I'm only going to have you guys roll 1, okay?
Okay.
And it's going to be a constitution saving throw for you all to see how well you do this, okay?
Sweet.
Okay.
So everyone make a constitution saving throw as you begin. Okay, Mallow? 9.
16.
16.
Can I do it with advantage as I'm not that tired?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, because you're not as
Sweet.
tired as the rest of the group.
17.
17, nice.
And I'm looking at the DC. is.
17.
17. All right. Well, the DC was 15 to survive the night, or survive the exhaustion, so you're fine.
Okay.
Except for Mallow. Mallow, because of your just strenuous activity going to a different dimension, staying up for what felt like longer than was prescribed in reality, and then being thrust back in and then transported another time, it's just everything is wearing down on you, and the constant screams and agony just hits you.
This is a really nice place. I like it.
Yeah,
Someone
you
hold
suffer
me.
1 point of exhaustion, my friend.
Yeah, he's not looking so great. And probably has strained eyes.
Yes. And as you
Do
guys
you want me
can...
to carry you too?
I would think you would need it more than me, Keatron.
Make a choice. Who wants it?
Take me. Take me.
Okay.
Take me.
Put me down and take him.
I'll put Maddie down and pick him up,
Mm-hmm.
so that way he's not wearing himself out.
Yeah. All right. And as you do that, you guys continue on and continue on until you hit about 5 miles of just walking through this desolate terrain. And then all of a sudden, as if by some unseen force, a giant smoke cloud just rises from the ground.
I draw my
Great.
weapon. I draw the boom cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Lady, is this normal or should we be fighting?
Oh, this is just normal. And she just flies right into it.
All right.
Do
Keep walking.
we follow her?
Yep.
She's
No
leading
other
the
way to go.
way.
If
I'll
it's a
follow
trap,
behind
we
Kitchen.
die. Simple as that. We're in hell. What's the worst that could happen?
We're all defenseless at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All
Except for
right.
Mallow, who probably still has all his stuff since he's been gone.
Well, I was probably just crying here.
Crying on Ketrin's shoulder, literally.
Yeah, it's Ketrin's probably hearing a lot of sobbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, let's
Okay,
go.
let's go into the smoke, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
As you all head into the smoke, immediately you have no vision. You can't see where you are. You can't see anything. You don't know which way's up, down, left, or right, except for the fact that there's ground on your feet. You have no idea. Except for you, Mallow. You're the only one that can see through this.
Oh. Alright. Well, I guess he wipes his eyes and is like,
Oh, God,
Right.
it smells so bad.
what?
Ketrin's
Well-
just waving his hand through, trying to figure out which way is forward, and is just walking.
Mm-hmm.
I guess he could say, where is that devilish woman going?
She seems to be flying about 10 feet above you right now and is heading, again, straight towards that castle. You can't see it, all the way, but you can definitely see her going through this. So you get the funny idea. It's like, okay, follow the woman.
Yeah.
What woman? I don't see her right now.
Yeah.
Ketrin, who are you talking to?
You're the one on my shoulder.
Alright, but look, go forward. Keep going.
Alright.
Don't everybody keep going forward.
Follow
can
Mel's
see through
voice.
this.
I'll keep walking. You can? Good. That makes things a lot easier.
I need Maddie and Boomy to make perception checks as you try to follow the voice.
I'll keep talking idly just to help as best I can. No, don't worry about it.
Well, a 22 and a natural 20 for a 24. All right.
We
Congratulations.
just stop playing Marco Polo with Mallow.
Basically, you'll say something, Mallow will stop Keatrin, and you guys actually eventually can get up to him to where you can actually feel Keatrin's pant leg.
I grab a hold of that pants. I grab a
yeah.
hold of the pants. Slip my hand in his pocket.
Okay
Alright.
then.
Okay. Fucking. Feel
There's
it up,
nothing in the
patron.
pocket.
Shipping Ketrin Boomy now. Okay, now let's move on.
Yes.
Trying to ship Boomy with Keatrin, fucking Boomy gets punched in the face.
That's how we
Actually,
show our love.
that's a good-
I shoot him, he punches me.
All right.
Alright, would I make a check to see if I know if that? Well, no, I'll just assume it is.
Mallow is showing you the direction. Well,
Yeah,
telling
Mallow's
the
guiding you,
direction.
literally kind of
I know,
almost
I'm
sitting on your
saying-
shoulders and grabbing your ears and like, okay, this way, this way, this way, just like
Boomy grabbed my leg. I can't see shit right now.
with those perceptions and you're passive enough and the fact that Mallow's talking to you to guide you guys in,
Okay, then I can
you would
assume, yeah,
know
that's what I
that
was like,
it's your
would I?
comrades.
Because that's suddenly he's always on edge, especially in a place like this. So but yeah, that also makes sense. So we'll go
Mhm.
with that.
I do not want to go in the wrong direction, so trust me. You all.
I am.
She's starting to get out of your range right now, Mallow, as you kind of sit there and talk.
Just
Come on.
keep going, keep going.
Yeah,
Faster.
I'm going.
All right. As you guys eventually exit the cloud, you have no idea how long you were in there. What feels like an eternity goes by as you just see just smoke roiling in and out, in and out.
Can you even breathe?
It's hard.
I can.
Yeah, Kitchen,
I
you're
can
kind of fine.
breathe normally.
Don't come back with everybody being old.
Yeah, but the smell, Kiatrin,
I'm already
is
old.
horrendous. The smell
He's
of
like-
this place is just messing
He's
with
curled
you.
his nose up
Yeah.
as best he can.
God, it smells.
He's not trying to smell right now. He's trying to block that out.
Mm-hmm.
It smells worse than the pits and the mines.
Yeah,
This
it's fine.
place is
Keep
so
going.
unnatural.
I know, it's hell. Let's keep going.
And as you say that, the female figure, Mallow, you would see, turns around and just calls out, "You would say it's unnatural. For some of us, this is natural."
Well, of course for you, but as someone who lives and literally has nature flowing through my veins.
Fucking bitch.
Don't piss her off. We're in her territory now.
Yeah, and I'm powerless.
Yes, I know. This is why we need to be on her good side.
I'll shoot her in the fucking.
Can Mallow just use Mage Hand to slap Boom?
Please.
Roll it. I mean, it's not really an attack. You're not gonna do damage, but I mean,
Yeah,
you could...
not gonna do damage, but just get her attention.
roll me an Arcana check. I'm just curious.
Slap Boomy's ass.
I don't think that hits your AC, Boomy. Does it a 14?
No.
You feel something brush ever so slightly against your face. Just.
Shut up. Just keep going.
Something touched me.
Yes, and you're touching my legs, so it doesn't matter. Shut up and keep going.
At this point, guys, the smoke has cleared, so you can actually see her. And as you realize how close you are, you realize you've got about a mile left to head to this castle. As you get a better look at it.
Pauses for a moment, looks back at the smoke cloud, then looks at. I thought it was like 3 days
Kietrin,
travel.
As you pause, I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
My brain hurts. Alright, sure. Dexterity saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
I do that.
That fails.
Really? Half damage.
You're in an arch devil's domain. I mean,
Half damage. Hell yeah.
that's 7 points of fire damage, but down to 3. As a gout of fire immediately erupts where your foot has landed on the ground, just.
Lady, is this normal? Should I not be? Why are we walking through flame?
Because you can't
How much
fly.
damage?
3 damage of
Well,
fire.
yes, that would be. Do you want us to die before you get there?
Mallow's
Not
just
necessarily, but then your bodies could be used for some rather interesting experiments. I'm just chancing it. Plus, I'm doing what the master told me. So.
Oh, great. So tell your master to make it easier for us to get there without being dead. She wants us to make a deal, does she not?
Yes, and she wants to see if you're worth it. A little
Exactly.
walk
Great.
like this should be piece of cake for you, as you say.
Yes,
Yeah.
but we've just been in a fight with your rivals, and obviously you couldn't handle those, could you?
Alone, no. Well, maybe I could have. I just didn't want to lift a finger then.
Boomy's gonna just walk forward carefully, look at the ground, see if any sort of obvious like things placing at the step.
Mhm.
Well, Mallow's gonna freaking fly. So.
Oh, great. So I'm holding you, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna fly now. Great. All right, fine. Fucking
You
do
feel
that then.
you feel the weight lift off your shoulders, Kietrin.
Well, all right, you do that then. I guess. Have fun.
I will fly with the devil woman.
But you're getting all buddy
Huh.
buddy of her now?
No!
If this
I
is the
I
case,
just don't want to
then-
burn.
If this is the case, I don't think I have one more wild shape. So,
Mhm.
because I spent my first one to use my symbiotic thing.
Yep.
So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use mine, and I'm just gonna turn into a hawk.
Easy enough. Just whoof, Maddie's suddenly a hawk.
Follows with Mallow and the lady.
Yeah, leaving you, Boomy, and you, Kietrin, on the ground.
Hey, Kietrin?
What? You want me to
I
carry
did-
you? Is that what's going on?
I was gonna ask, please. But you're
Look,
like-
if you cause any issues, I'm dropping you on the ground.
You're like super fast.
I am. Fine. Get up on me, I guess. I'll pick her
climb
up.
I climb up Kietrin's back and
Easy enough. This is definitely a
feel
lot
the shoulder
heavier than
whip.
Mallow.
Yeah.
I put the boom can away, but I take the biter out and sort of keep one hand on top of his head for steadying while I sit on his shoulder with the biter out, aiming about.
Mhm.
Anything
This means I can move at my normal speed at least. Ish.
If you want to move at a faster speed, yeah, you're kind of just been walking with the group, but you can take off into running
Yeah.
if you want. I would need you to make me an athletics check, though, to see if you can keep up the pace.
Yeah, I wouldn't be the worst. Sure, I'll make an athletics check.
All right.
Do you want me to take the hold on?
I'm
he's-
making it easier for you to hold on.
I mean,
You're
he's
holding on to
got
my
you. He's got you with his
piggyback.
hands. You're gripping him. I mean, I'm not gonna really have you because you're kind of doing it together. I'm just seeing if he can keep up this pace. With a 14, however, Kietrin, you start the run very strong. You're just like. Poof, 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 poof. About 30 minutes into your run, though, you're starting to die down because of just the exhaustion and everything starting to hit you. And I mean, even though Boomy doesn't weigh much technically, just the added weight is just wearing you down, especially in this condition. But you did make up some ground doing this.
Yeah, they're
As-
floating. I don't lose them.
Yeah, as the party kind of keeps up with you now. You can see the woman
Yeah.
actually get behind a little bit. It's just like, huh, there it is. Oh, but I see stamina's not really a forte, is it?
I'll fucking kill you if I need to.
Shut up, but he's tired. This doesn't normally happen to him.
She gives you
Scream!
she gives you a grin and just says, "If you want to settle it, let me know when we get there."
Boomy, you actually hear him mutter under his breath. I hate this place.
I sort of just lean on his head and go and pet it a little bit. I hate it too.
He's unsure he should be unnerved or like comforted.
That's
I'm
up to
trying
you.
to
I'm gonna
comfort
continue
you.
jogging. I'm gonna continue jogging, not at full sprint or anything, but like, say 45 feet per turn
All right, fair enough.
instead
All
of
right.
55.
As you guys eventually find yourselves closer and closer to the castle, you see a gigantic wall stretching in front of you. And now, I read something. A
Slow down,
ballast,
but
a basalt citadel soars towards the burning sky, with many high turrets on the outside wall. Drawing closer, you see a variety of different devils scurrying up and down the wall. Small, tiny red ones scurry up and down, left, right. Small, leathery winged demons patrol the sky, and at the top of each of the turrets, you can see plate-clad females with large feathered wings closed behind them. As you guys draw closer, you enter between the large basalt doors clad in iron. You see even more devils on the inside of a tent town. Large white ones with spines and wings protruding from their thin, skeletal bodies. You suddenly hear a scream as a dwarf screams English, and is sliced open on a table. A monster wrapped in chains drags a chained hook down the rest of its body as it leans into the dwarf's face and says something in a language you don't understand. Looking away, you see more normal races mixed in as well. Though they appear to be of a rougher crowd, scars, piercing, mutations, and other grotesque visages greet your eyes as you peer around the tented scape inside this wall.
Oh god.
And beyond that, you see another wall.
I guess we still keep going.
She
Okay.
seems to be flying away, but as you guys enter, every head has turned to look at you.
Can I make a wisdom saving throw just for the sake of it, please?
Go ahead.
Thank you. I want
And
to
how long
see if
is
he's
this?
gonna react how I think he's gonna react.
And how long has this been?
This has
Well, actually,
been
would it be
about
wisdom
4
saving
hours.
throw or intelligent?
This
I'm
is
gonna
4
wisdom.
hours? Okay, then I'm out of my wild shape point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's able to keep himself. I was gonna
Yeah.
say because of his
As-
like nature, he might try and go fight the person who's cutting open the door, but he knows he's in a bad spot to do that, so he's not gonna.
As all the people turn to look at me, from my perch on top of Kietrin, I'll point the bite down and go, what the fuck, y'all? Look at that!
I will punch you too if you keep saying stuff like that.
Don't
I like-
engage
And
the
it-
unholy.
As you say that, a large white demon comes over towards your group, kind of just
Great.
standing 20 feet tall, and just looks at you and just goes,
We're looking at fresh meat, is what we're looking at.
We've got plenty of it around here that isn't just us.
We'll see
Wow.
in time whether you
Anyway,
become one of
I did
them
here.
or those.
And as you look down, you see little squirming masses of flesh that have no shape or anything, almost ooze like, but just like in a body that seems to have just liquefied on the ground as it just looks up to you, and just you hear a scream come from it, just ah!
Yeah. Oh god. I'm gonna throw up.
Just keep going.
Keep going.
That's the idea. Step
And-
aside, big person, please.
If you weren't in her presence, I would say no.
That's what I thought. Keep going.
He's kind of looking at you as you go.
It's-
Fresh
I
meat
swear.
coming through.
Don't say it like that, please.
I'm sorry.
Step aside.
I we started laughing. Like, oh, Cajun, you know how to light the spirit, don't you?
This doesn't lighten anything. And he shouts at him.
By the way, that was just so you know, you would still be in your hawk form. Basically, it was a 4-hour total trip. You took about halfway to get to the fog cloud,
Oh,
and then
okay.
you went
I
into
was
your.
asking how long it took to actually get to the wall.
I'm so sorry. I messed. I realized that. So no, you're technically in your hawk form right now, still, if you want to be, or you don't.
So we can't hear you say that.
Yeah,
Well.
I was gonna say if I was out of my hawk, shout that, but be keeping up with lady.
Hold on a minute.
Because I can stay in my hawk form for more than 4 hours.
I'm a floating box.
As you're in your hawk form, something suddenly whizzes right past you.
You know, I just realized something.
Yeah.
I'm
Yes.
still covered in the blood of the Bolgarots.
Yeah.
So they've just looked at me and like, fresh meat. I'm like, buddy, I'm not dealing with you today.
Yes. And Maddie, as you look with your hawk eyes to see what did it, you see a small winged demon just like chittering. It's got a kind of a tiny spear. It's leathery wings with spines all over him. Just look at you and just goes and just flies away.
I'd like to make another.
Squawks. I'm sure you could hear his hawk shriek, scared
Mhm.
from the zip.
I'd like to make another perception check to see if anything's like trying to stalk us. Because now I know that people are actually interested in us for some fucking reason. I don't
Yeah.
know why, but yeah. And I'd like to also see if anything's
I don't
trying
know,
to
since we
pickpocket
have
us
a
or
huge
steal from
honking
us.
elephant. There's
Yeah.
an elephant in the room.
There's an
Um,
elephant in the fucking plane of existence.
Go ahead, give me a perception check. Mallow, by the way, you would know that your shoes are about to run out right now.
Yeah, so he immediately
Natural one.
goes down,
Can I help it? I was gonna say,
still
can
in
I-
box form, and walking away hoping nobody knows.
Fair enough. Unfortunately, Boomy, you didn't say you were helping him originally. Sorry.
I
So-
rolled it too soon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as soon as you do that, Kietrin, for however you're trying to hold your nose in at this point,
Yeah.
suddenly just smell something grotesque and just ungodly. And as you look down, you realize you have stepped on one of those squishy creatures and exploded it beneath your foot, and it releases a just god awful decaying smell that goes right into your nose.
He like lifts his foot and then just like, oh. Well, sorry, whoever the hell you were. Just keeps going. And I was like, as he's going, it's like, Boomy, do you have anything to maybe cover my nose? I am not like the smell. But it, Boomy,
What?
you got anything that could cover my nose?
I'm going to
A rag
go,
or something?
I'll go through my thing and I'll just go. I have here, bring your nose up here.
Alright, he unfurls it and brings it out.
I grab his nose. I go through my bag and find a little bit of the wax I used to make my TNT stick. I mold it in my hand and stick it in his nostrils.
Please don't do that. Oh, that feels worse than the smell. Oh.
You suddenly smell decay mixed with soap.
You know, it smells bad, but I don't think I'll be able to breathe much if
I know
I'm
it's.
breathing through my mouth now.
Yeah, try this. This might work better. I'll uncork the bottle of booze and just whip it under his nose.
Breathe in the death, can't
Oh,
You
you?
God.
still have the wax in his nose, though.
That's gonna
Breathe in the
burn my
1,000-year-old
nose.
booze.
Oh,
Alright,
you
let's see how
breathe
that
that
burns
in.
my nose.
Oh,
I guess I'm breathing in the fumes.
Kiatran,
How much
give me a-
damage do I take?
give me a Constitution saving throw.
I'm not getting drunk, am I?
Well, considering how high the alcohol content is, it could really fuck up your nose. But you do have the plugs
I
in, so
know.
do it with it. It would be a disadvantage because of the smell, but with advantage because of the plugs. So
Constitution?
it's just a straight roll.
Oh, great.
A 23.
I smell worse shit.
You, it
Numb
doesn't.
his nose.
Your nose is a powerful instrument for you. You've used it for many different situations,
I breathe fire out of it. Alcohol
Yes.
shouldn't be much issue.
but you no longer have that, so your nose has changed, obviously. However,
I know. I know the feeling of burning nose,
yes,
though.
this, however, with all the decay and everything, you kind of try to smell into it, but it's not getting through everything. It's just like, it might be better just to acclimate over time, but
That's gonna burn my nose if I keep doing it. Thank you for the attempt. Ugh. Oh. Let's just keep going. He just keeps walking.
all right. And as you guys continue on, you look around once more and see another set of walls inside this one. However, whereas the first walls were about 40 feet high and about 10 feet thick, these next walls are even bigger. Built from giant basalt. Why do I keep saying ballast? Basalt stones. These walls stand about 50 feet thick, 50 feet tall and 25 feet thick. Towers stand grander and taller, with the same winged woman stationed at the top. However, along these walls, you see large leather-winged demons with tridents stationed next to them. Their large curved horns sway as a group turns to look down at you with orange burning eyes.
Lovely.
Can we go in now, please? I don't want to be outside anymore.
Yeah, you guys are continuing to walk through. This is a giant citadel. Like, the walls here stretch for miles around. Think almost Attack on Titan kind of deal.
Yeah.
With this,
This is like Wall Rose.
kind of
Except
almost.
a little less unhappy. actually, the Dying is never happy.
Yes,
Yeah, Wall Rose, Maria, and I forget what the last one is.
yes. And as you pass
Cena.
through,
That one.
I don't remember. Anyway, as you pass through the second wall, you're suddenly hit as you exit that site by a raging inferno. A mote of blue flame greets your eyes as you pass outside of the wall. No path stretches before you. As you're about to question, your guide stamps her foot as she lands twice on the ground. If the flames had a face, you swear you would see one now, as suddenly something looks from inside the flames and then retreats back in. With a smile, she walks forward into the flames.
Are we meant to follow that?
Do we go in?
I mean, smoke is one thing. Fire? It looks around. Is that like is there anyone else around here that he could ask to clue them in?
You see one of those giant, large demons with the horns just looking down at you from atop the parapets.
Is it safe to walk through that?
Okay, Boomy jumps off Kiatran's shoulders. Winds his eye closed, like a deep breath, and steps towards the flames.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe that she's doing it?
Yeah.
Maddie is circling overhead still.
Yes.
I
hold my
guess this
hand
is
out.
what we're doing.
Hold my hand out to the flame.
And as you walk into the flames, you feel they're warm, but it's like just a very hot day right now. Just like you instantly start sweating and just are drenched in your armor beneath
run.
everything. Yes. You start running, you said?
Yeah, I start running to the flame, like, just keep going forward.
Yes.
Keep moving
You see
forward.
you see Boomy disappear into the flames.
I saw her touch it.
Alright,
and then
she's
run
dead.
into it.
Let's go, everybody. No. Sorry.
All right, I
Maddie-
guess this is he'll walk through.
he like calls out with his hands. Time to go burn.
Wait, you're opening your hands up to Maddie and you saying, "Let's burn."
Yeah.
Maddie as a hawk just stares at you before swooping down, just hovering in your face and giving you a look of what the fuck.
And before after this is all done, there are 5
What, I
foxes
can't
sitting
use
on the
my
side. Don't worry about it.
Look, he like puts his hand at a flame. See, it's fine, just very hot.
She's gonna land on your shoulders with her large talons and hang on, and just like wraps her wings around your face. She's terrified, but she's ready to go in.
Don't worry, you got your husband.
Hawk form, you just see a hawk just wrapping wings around the sides of Mallow's face, sitting on his shoulders, terrified.
And he pets Maddie's head before slowly walking in.
You feel the same sensation as she does, just instant. Think basically for us terms, 90 to 100 degrees worth of heat right now as you walk along what you can only assume is the path going into this.
Oh boy, Florida weather.
Close to Florida weather, which for you, Burnt, would be about 32 degrees Celsius.
Oh, Australian weather.
Yeah, basically. Hot as fuck.
Not bad.
Yes.
32 is like, it's not nice, but it's not bad.
Okay, go up by a couple degrees. This is like uncomfortable, and think like, again, just very uncomfortable. Where
but
instantly
again, it's not bad.
you instantly start, you're in it, and you instantly start sweating.
Yeah, that's 32.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Australia
Okay.
just has fucking awful days sometimes.
Yeah.
All right, I guess it's my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Hills, take a step through.
Yes, and as you do, you hear one calls down. Well, you'll find out.
Thank you.
And like I explained before, it's just instantly just bone drenching
like home.
wet. Yeah, actually, you're kind of okay with it being from a desert biome. It's still hot. Don't get me wrong. You're like, okay, I need to be in an
Yeah.
oasis right now. God damn.
Yeah, it's like one of those days. It's one of the humid hot days. Or it's
Yes,
like, it's
almost.
those days.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's like, this is normal. This is okay heat. I just wish it wasn't so drenching.
Yes. But that's you causing the drenching, and as you see like sweat fall, it instantly hits the rock and just evaporates immediately.
Oh, great. Well, I hope she likes musky things.
All right. And as you all go travel through this path, you travel for about 300 feet through this raging inferno. As Boomy just immediately guns it from the other side, just I'm guessing.
Yeah, when we get to the other side, fine. I was jumping to go and start rolling around. The panic.
Oh,
And-
I don't know if I'm on fire or not, but I don't want to be.
Yeah, you see the winged demon in front of you as you're rolling around. She just rolls her eyes.
I look up at her.
Mallow, you're still in the fire walking through. Boomy just got there first, so.
Okay.
I look up at the winged demon and go, what? I hate this place.
Oh, don't worry. Lots of people do, but we love it here. And so does he. She points to the flame.
Is that thing like alive?
In a way,
I just walked through a living thing.
with his grace, yes.
Is it like a sex thing?
What?
She looks at you with a raised eyebrow and just goes, "Not
She would know.
really, but it all depends. If that's how you see it, then maybe. But for him, it was more of just he missed out on a meal."
Okay. Okay.
Do I hear that if we come through? This way?
Mallow would be coming through right about now because you were
Well,
last
Mallow with
behind.
Maddie on him.
Yep.
Fair enough.
I stand back up.
Yeah, and I wouldn't hear it because I'm in the middle of a roaring flame right now.
Yeah. It's kind of hard.
It's rare to see a flame that will not burn me alive. Even after.
Ketrin's idly looking down at his body as he's walking through, just like,
You see the flames lick over you, but it almost looks like they purposely try not to touch you.
yeah, it's just like, this is... I don't think I'll ever get used to this. I don't think I could.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I was flame resistant, this still is new.
Yes. Mallow and Maddie, is there anything you want to say when you exit your side?
Well, I can't because I'm in hawk form.
Other than scream.
Mallow
Walk on
hugs the
Angie,
hawk
you land
like,
on him.
see, we lived! Oh, hello, Boomy.
Hi, Mallow. Hi. Hawk Maddie.
Hmm?
It's hockey.
Hockey.
She just
Hi,
pouts.
Hockey.
She just pouts.
Have a
Holds
bird
her-
pout.
Holds her like a fluffy plushie.
She pouts by crossing her wings, like pouting style.
Alright, well, we're alive. Now I wonder when Ketchin will get over here.
And as you say that, boop, he pops out of the
Boom.
fire.
Boom. As he walks
Oh.
out, he's like trying to scoop some fire with his hand, try and catch it. And
I
see if
wouldn't
that, like,
do that
lingers.
if I... Oh, and as you do
No?
that, Keatron,
Yeah.
hold on a minute.
He's like trying to like run his hand through, like, you do with the
Yeah.
hair.
Yeah, unfortunately, that,
Aw.
that does something. Hold on a minute.
Okay. Fair enough. He's kind of curious. He's amused.
Yeah, unfortunately, by touching him, you don't get a save on this.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay?
I take how much damage?
Well, that's 28 points of fire damage as
Nice.
you grab a ball of his fire, and immediately it singes your hand to the point of third-degree burns.
He like does that and then pulls it out. It's like, okay, that's not a smart idea. Ow.
Yes, don't reach out past the path that he is required to control his flames. If you do that, he has free reign to burn you. Be glad he didn't burn you more.
Yeah, that's fair. I didn't realize it. Wait, he?
Yes.
Hold on. Like turned around back to it.
Anybody who
Oh,
wants to
flames have
make
genders.
an Arcana check.
I can.
I'll make one just for the sake of it. He's +2. It's not gonna work out.
Nope.
That's an 8.
Yeah,
That's a
nope.
6.
Can
He's just
I?
kinda-
Because I have
Currently, he's
Everyone can. Yeah.
dealing with the burn. It's just like,
14.
14. Okay.
yep, that hurts.
Boomy.
I swear, I'm getting so many 14s.
I mean, I guess I'll make an Arcana check too.
It's
He
if you
can't
want
be
to.
angry at it either, because he
Yeah.
knows that.
17. All right. Mallow, Keatron, and Sour. You kind of scratch your head. It's like, it's just flame. How could that be like that? Boomy, you've heard of things called elementals, but generally they're not this big or anything. So it's like you're trying to think. You have no idea what this could be. But
Is this thing like an elemental?
close. You could say it's the father of elementals.
Oh.
Almost. This is a
Father of elementals.
fire titan.
A fire titan.
Oh.
Oh.
Would I have heard of titans before, considering of our size and our race that people may have just referred to us as such? Would I have like explored
Roll
like
me
what
a
are they
history-
really called?
Well, you were. I mean, the thing is, with your background, you really didn't do much. You did a lot of traveling.
We
You might have-
didn't.
You heard.
But yeah, but we were trading
rumors.
merchants, so we would have had rumors. So maybe.
Okay, roll me a history check.
I'll do it at disadvantage.
It's gotta have a
It's-
high
it's a
D.
far fetch.
No, it's gonna have a high DC.
20.
20.
Not bad.
I mean, you've heard yourself to refer to as a titan just because of your height.
Yeah.
But I mean, again,
Elemental titans don't exist. What are you
yeah.
talking
I
about?
mean, you've heard of history of like a long time ago. There may have been like giant elements of different things fighting, but like they can't be
Actually, I know how
alive
to
now.
explain
That
this.
was a long, long time ago. What are you talking about?
I know how to explain this. there was a story about this Vox Machina group that I'd heard before around about the same time that I was growing up, and like the sky went black. That apparently there was a huge titan that was across above a city at one point. And I was like, yeah, no, that's stupid. And now I'm looking at this like, well, it doesn't look like it fits a city. No, it can't be that. Stupid, no.
Oh, he stretches for miles around. You'd be surprised.
No. He's still just like, it's hard to believe. You hurt though. Ow.
Alright. Now, if you'll follow me through these next set of gates, and as you look, you guys are greeted with a familiar metal. On the other
What?
side of the flames,
Oh.
you see another set of walls. This one stands almost 60 feet high and 50 feet thick. Looking towards the doors, you don't see the same basalt stone here you once saw. As if you're back in Craghammer, these doors here are made of pure adamantine. Standing well over 40 feet at the apex, they are a sight to behold. Unlike Craghammer, though, these doors appear to be painted with stylized scenes of great battles being waged across them.
Someone's rich.
Demons! Whoa, wait, can't talk.
Ugh. Do I have any bandages on my hand right now? Or can I get a bandage?
You don't
Do I have a
anymore.
bandage? I know I don't have any on my hand currently, but I'm curious if I have any that I could probably use. So I'm checking real quick. Oh, there's no rations, to dogs, torch, water scan. I could use my friend's claw.
Your hand's kind of pulsing with the pain.
Yeah, I'm just like, that hurts.
Can keep it as a burn scar.
Yeah, but I don't want to turn into a fox.
Huh?
Don't worry about it.
What?
I don't want to
What?
turn into a fox. Burnt. Duh.
Get it.
God, that was
The
that was
entirety
sad.
of hell grown.
Oh, I have a spare pair of clothes. I'm just gonna rip one of those apart and use it as a bandage.
All right. You lose that cloth then as you tear it apart, okay? Just so you know.
Shall do. I'll just say tattered clothes, ripped up clothes.
All right. And as you guys step through this gate, the gates are about 10 feet, or not 10 feet. They're about 5 feet thick, in all honesty. They're about 5 feet thick of just pure adamantine, just stretching right there as you guys walk through and walk down a large dark tunnel. And as
She'll
you,
like go to Boomy and be like, "Is it bad that I want to punch that? See if I can make a dent."
Please don't.
Can you please stop wanting to punch every single thing?
oh
I know,
no,
I won't.
no,
I just-
do
it's-
punch,
it's
do
tempting.
punch things here. It'll make for a great show.
No, it's whatever. I was talking to Boomy, not everyone, but apparently everyone can hear me.
You're loud, that's why.
Whatever.
Your accent just echoes across the
You are in a tunnel.
tunnel.
Can we just
Yeah.
be quiet for a second and see where we go?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. As you guys finish outside the tunnel, you finally enter a courtyard kind of area. Inside, as you stare up to what you can only assume to be the castle, the black rock of the wall seems to radiate a red glow as you approach. On the side of this structure, you see another round structure with giant open archways dotted around the walls. Frayed, tattered, multicolored flags float around the top. Screams and cheers can be heard coming from the inside of this structure.
Natty is still on Mallow's head.
Yeah, Mallow's like shedding a tear, like, I feel so violent.
As
What?
And as you guys walk through, you see some more of the same crowd, except you don't really see a lot of the smaller devils, by the way. You're starting to see a lot of bigger ones. Again, you see a lot more of those white, just like protruding boned ones kind of deal with the skeletal frames. You see a lot more of the ones wrapped in chain. You see a bunch of those winged females standing around looking at you. And then you also see off in the distance a giant towering demonic creature with giant horns coming down, a gargoyle-like face, red leathery wings, and a gigantic paunch, like stomach, sitting around surveying the scene as it looks over towards you.
Was that the person I'd threatened to punch if he fucked us over?
Oh,
Yes,
no.
like to the succubus. No, that's not the one.
No, that's
Okay,
that's
good.
a general. Don't worry about him. Unless you piss him off, then that could be fun.
Mallow,
Okay.
like, nervously waves. Obviously terrified.
You wave at him?
Why?
Do you wave? I'm asking you seriously.
No.
You-
Actually, yeah.
All right. As you go to raise your hand like, I'm going to Oh, wait a minute. Not a devil's. Yep. Okay. Okay.
You think you cast a spell at him? You wait for him.
Yeah. All right. And as you guys, your guide once more ushers you onto the opposing building in front of you. Standing over 100 feet tall, in some places, this fortress radiates death, made more evident by the skulls and corpses mounted on the pikes closed to barred windows. Approaching the doors, you see that there's another set of about 20-foot adamantine gates again, with more stylized pictures once more. As you approach, the gates just open by themselves, and your guide flies right in.
All right. I guess we follow. Just gonna follow. He's just kind of brain dead at this moment. Doesn't want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm the most brain dead here.
You are the one
Yeah,
that with the
he-
exhaustion.
Yeah, he's pretty much trotting pathetically.
Mm-hmm. All right. As you guys enter this long hallway, it's lit with some low-burning torches, and you can see that it's of simple construction. Not much was put into decoration except for some tapestries dotting along certain areas that depict battles between armies of grotesque creatures in different races. You can see creatures with white pearly wings flying from above. You see pictures of black feathered wings flying from below, clashing into each other. Various body parts are strewn across these pictures as you walk down. There are no doors leading to other sets of rooms at this point. You're just walking down a long hallway, your foot's just clacking and padding across this basalt stone once more. Kietrin, as you're the only one in human form, even though Maddie could. Actually, both you and Maddie, give me perception checks, please.
Perception.
Alright.
Actually, everyone can.
I get advantages on perception because I'm a hawk.
Yes, Mallow, you are at disadvantage because of your exhaustion point. I forgot to
So
do
you
that.
were in the human form, right?
Oh no.
She's in her hawk. No, she's in her hawk.
I get advantages on it.
Disadvantage? What's that?
Well, you're
I
not in
know.
it, so you don't get it.
Yeah, Boomy. Yeah, are you?
Oh, what am I doing? Sorry.
Perception if you want to.
So much for disadvantage.
I know. What do I run here? This is the same thing that happened with the cart bullshit. All right. Yeah, I mean, you all can see this. They're not trying to hide it in these pictures. And by the way, Mallow got a double natural 20 is what happened. That's why.
Yes.
As you're looking at the tapestries, you see that in each of the tapestries, one prominent figure seems to stand out. A large hooved female figure with 3 horns, 2 curling off to the side and almost like a V-shaped pattern, and one going down the center of it, almost like a mohawk. And her wings are just made of fire. Her clothes tattered in battle, wielding a sword and a spear, charging in with a gleeful smile. Ruins of corpses below her as she strides forth into battle.
I so hate this. I really want to close my eyes, wake up, pretending this never happened. But let's move along.
Yeah. By the way, at this point, Maddie, you got about like 10 minutes left or so on that, okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
You would know that, all right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna still hide on that. until I feel that I know that it's gonna happen, and then fly off.
Fair enough. As you guys continue walkering.
Walkering.
Yeah.
Fud
it's a new
syndrome,
kind
my
of
god.
walk.
Sorry, guys. I don't mean to do this. I'm just reading. As you guys continue to walk down this long tunnel, once more, it's just a tunnel going straight down. You have no idea why, until you see a gigantic room in the middle of what appears to be a tall tower. Nothing sits there except for a single stone black chair. The ceiling stretches up until the darkness consumes the rooms. The room is very sparse, with no furnishings at all, just black, flat, and nothing there, except for this lone chair.
Hello? Hello?
At this point, Maddie's gonna hop off of Mallow and hover in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Catherine's gonna look around to see if we can spot anything. If it's just a lone chair.
Okay, give me a perception check.
What does he see? Let's have a look, ski. Do 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 do. Didn't we walk into a trap? Oh, great. 19 and 20.
26. Nice. Not bad. Not bad. You're looking around, and for the most part, it's like whoever built this made it to be very defensible. There is nothing cluttering the floor. There is nothing cluttering the walls except for the torches. Whoever built this had war on the brain, is what you could tell. This is
Yeah,
a very
I know very much about
well-defensed
rooms.
spot, and the fact that someone would have to fly up means that anybody on foot would be left alone here.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I don't see anything that could result in a trap, though, do I?
No, not here, no.
Someone's got the war fever.
So, where's this person was supposed to meet?
Well, if you give me a second, I will go fetch her. And you see her
Please do.
fly up to the center tower, just off into the darkness.
Okay, good. I was about to say, Zorn, I swear to God, if she just sits down in a chair and with me all along, I would like, fuck you, Zorn.
No, I'm
That
not.
would have been really funny, because
Look,
like, yeah, I threatened to punch you, and I threatened to punch you in two different forms.
It would have been hilarious. It would have been hilarious if that was the case.
Unfortunately, she can't travel like that because of the way this world is set up. But
Yeah.
I can't speak. I mean, you got that kind. I mean, okay. I'll do this for flavor. As you guys are waiting here for about 10 minutes, I want all of you to roll me a religion check as you start thinking about your journey here.
Oh boy,
Goody,
religion check.
religion.
Not like I suck at those.
Am I better at religion? No.
You
Where
say
is
you
religion?
suck as you have a +3.
The honest
Thank you
Mallow
very
is
much.
probably
Compared to
staying
all
on
of
the
my-
floor.
Compared to all of my other modifiers that are like a 4 or higher.
Fair enough. Boomy, do you want to or no? Okay, 14. All right, all of you just like are thinking like, why? It's like, what's going on here? You start thinking back, and you're just like, what was that gate and everything? And then Mallow, you being an astute boy of religion and reputable repute, especially with your deity, well, of sorts, you realize that was the divine gate you guys passed through. One that blocks all gods and other stronger creatures from traveling between the realms, the material plane. Arcane magic can unlock it, but for the most part, only certain creatures can do that, and only certain powerful spells can transport such creatures from there to here.
It's a gate. It's a gate to block out all kinds of gods and greater monsters.
You mean that
I'm
friendly
pre-
patch food over here?
No. Oh, that one? I was about to say, no. I'm pretty sure any god could step over the gates we just passed through. But the one that we saw on the way here, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, pretty much that. I learned about it through my religion.
At this point, Maddie turns back to normal.
Yeah, you've kind of run out at this point.
Wait, what do you mean a god can't go through it? A god is inhibited by something?
I mean, it can happen.
Mallow, You know that the
Yeah.
gods created that divine gate to be, basically, it can't be broken.
How
It's,
does that
it's
work?
unbreakable. Just to say, and the gods
Oh.
made it themselves.
It's a well. Well, the gods made it. I
No,
just gonna sit there for like I'm
I
not. I'm
don't
gonna
want-
stop thinking about this. It hurts my head.
I don't like being here.
Yeah, no, we'll be out soon
Where's that-
enough, or
where's
we'll
the
be
fucking-
killing someone soon enough. Either way,
Where's
I don't know.
Where's the fucking devil that's supposed to be meeting with us?
Either way,
She's
Matt,
coming
glad to
soon.
have you back. Can I relax on your back?
Me?
No, I was talking about Maddie.
Oh,
That
by
she's
all means.
back to normal.
Yes, sure. I don't see why not.
He like just flops on her back, just totally defeated. Since he's exhausted. He wants
Yes.
something soft. to
Who's
rest
gonna
on.
go sit down? I guess sit down next to Mallow because she's tired too.
Mhm.
She hasn't slept in probably around.
Wait,
probably
you're
close
sitting
To...
next to Mallow on my back?
Oh, you on it? I mean, I sit down next to you, I guess then.
Okay, because she's just
Uh,
standing there at that point.
Okay.
Because it's like we've been up for at least what
Over 24 hours.
12
Mhm.
hours by now probably.
Over 24.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's over 24 hours now, and fuck, we're tired.
Yeah. All right. And as you guys do that, you suddenly hear something come. Boom! As before you, you see something land straight on the ground, cracking it.
Well, so much for a pretty floor.
The floor doesn't crack.
I thought you said it cracked. You just said it.
I'm
it was
sorry, I
cracked.
did. I
Just
did.
said
I
it
did.
cracked the floor.
I'm an idiot. Okay. You're right. The
Floor
floor does
cracked,
crack.
Accept it.
I'm sorry. You are right. The floor does crack as a 12-foot tall demonic woman stands before you. Fiery wings behind her flare open. A spear right in the ground, cracking it. There we go. And a sword on her hip. Cloven feet stand before her as burning orange eyes stare at you. And next to her, and as you hold on, let me finish, please.
Sorry.
And as you see that, you see the same buxom female float down. However, she's had a wardrobe change. As suddenly she is decked out in plate armor, her head helmed by a crown of of twisted metal and jagged spikes, a flail at her hip.
It was a trap that came to kill us.
I don't know.
At this
Oh.
point, I don't care.
Alright, well. So I assume, and he like addresses the buxom woman before the actual deity itself. I assume this is the one I threatened to punch.
Yes, are you willing to make that an actual challenge here? I'm sure she could use some exercise before getting the, how do you call it? Agreement in order?
He'll look the woman in the eyes and be like, "The threat stays the same if you fuck us over. I will attempt to. Now, what do you want?"
Yes, please. I don't want to be here any longer than I have to.
Well, you are all braven ones, aren't you?
Well,
I
Where in
invite
hell-
you into my home under the guise
Yes.
of protection. And
I-
yet you treat me as though I am kidnapping you. If I wanted to kidnap you, you would all be dead now, passing my armies.
Well, then that's not really kidnapping. That's murder.
Yes, and I quite relish in that.
alright, yes, we can tell.
Your logic is
That
undeniable.
Kietrin, can we please not insult the hell deity that could kill us with a snap of her fingers?
I swear, why
not-
does everybody insult, especially you, Kitchen and Boomy? Feels like we're gonna die because of you two.
Hey,
Well,
it's
because of the
real.
fact that, we just dealt with something, then we had no option to come down here pretty much, other than the fact that we
We're
know where
here to
dragons
save
are.
our dragons, so
Yes,
let's
we
keep
know
it
that.
cool.
Whatever. I can't speak, but it's whatever. What do you want? Why are we here? What is this deal?
I'm seeking powerful warriors to
Okay.
join my legions, and your names have come up.
Really? You want us to become warriors of hell?
Yes, I can offer you great many boons in return, and you would be able to live out your lives until the time comes. Then
you're
I may
asking for our
collect your
souls?
souls.
Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Yeah, he looks to the rest of the group. Told you.
So, do you want our souls, really? After all this, it's come down to we want to sell our souls.
How much do you know of demons?
I was about to say.
Excuse me, hold on. Rephrase that. How much do you know of devils?
And again, I was about to say, looking at Boom.
It's like, it's cliche, that's what it is.
Luckily, it's
Yes.
every story underneath the book.
However, your souls have currency, and yours are quite profitable.
Why
Well-
would I sell my soul?
Yes, and apparently I'm already bound to a matron of some sort. So, what is it that we get in return, other than the fact that we live long lives and we're powerful?
Well, there are 3 steps for me to acquire your soul, and depending on if
Uh-huh.
each of you would have a contract drawn up with me. The first one, I would grant you incredible power. The second, a rare item. And the third, more power than you could imagine. Which basically, in layman's terms, is you would get an automatic level up.
Okay, and so power, item, power.
But
thought-
And what are the costs of each of these?
Yeah, what's the catch?
Our souls, obviously.
that's the
Other than
last.
that-
You can't sell your soul 3 times.
Interrupt me again, and you shall die here!
You're the one who called us here, so.
Kiatrin, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
I decided to.
He's already done with everything right now, so.
Yeah, well. 23?
23?
All right, with a plus 18, that is a 26.
Okay, half
As
damage.
she immediately grabs you by the throat and lifts you in the air.
Okay.
Speak again without letting me finish, and I'll gut you where you stand.
Sure.
As you're being strangled, he talks so clearly.
Sure.
Yeah. You see the buxom woman just like okay.
She's like threatening him, and he's giving her the deadpan stare.
Yes. Roll me I mean, I won't have her do the intimidation yet.
I have
mean,
Lux.
she's
I
got-
have Lux on bravery, so I have advantage on fucking.
Well,
fear
it's not
effects.
fright that she's doing. It would be intimidation. So.
That's still scaring me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, fair enough. But either way, she's grabbed you by the throat, and you all have seen Kiatrin. How do I put this? You've seen him dodge many things. The fact that she moved so fast and literally grabbed him by the throat and lifted him into the air, it's kind of worrisome.
Next time, Kiatrin, please don't insult the devils, because do you really want us to lose you?
She's still got you by the throat. She hasn't put you down yet. She's just staring into
know.
your eyes.
And he's staring back with like, I'm done with this shit. I don't care what you threaten me with at this point.
Okay, so. You please continue.
She throws you to the ground.
I'll make a check to just land if
Acrobatics.
need be. Acrobatics, plus I have Slayful. Aha.
Yeah, you're not gonna take any damage. She's not like throwing to hurt you.
Yeah,
Just kinda
acrobatics,
dropping you.
acrobatics.
Yeah.
Well, she said throw, so I'd like to...
Yeah.
Fucking, why do the dice knock it to a natural
14.
20 but don't give it to me? But other times it's like, yeah, I'll knock it off a natural 20, a natural 1, and that'll count.
A 14. You kind of land. I mean, the fact that she's throwing you has kind of thrown you off a little bit. You haven't been thrown by yourself since you kind of been a student, and you instantly hit the ground and roll a little hard, just like, oof. Doesn't do any damage, but it's like, oh crap.
Just look back up at her.
Now, the cost. The cost is the first deal if you take it for the power. You will kill 50 enemies and brand them with my mark. The second terms for the item that you seek. You will have to guide 2 chosen demons from me to a city where they may destroy it in my name. The third and final part of this contract. Your soul belongs to me for all eternity once you have lived out your life. You may live it and accomplish many great things, but they shall be in my name and my name alone. You will renounce all claims to any other gods or deities you worship, and my name will be the only name on your breath in battle.
Boomy raises her hand like a little student and waits patiently.
What?
Do we have to accept all 3 terms, or can we just accept the first 2?
That is up to you if the time needs be or the needs arise. This is a
Also,
contract.
Is it our choice? Is it our choice of city to destroy, or your choice?
My choice.
Okay.
Alright, so first off, I have a question. When you say you have
Okay.
power to give to us, what sort of power are you offering? Why should we make this deal?
Did you not see the legions of mortal races in my service? Each
I
one
do.
of those has
Each
sworn
one.
field me. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do the voice. I'm trying to do the voice, and it's like
Sorry,
Alright.
I hear you stop, and I'm like, alright, cool.
that's
she's
me
finished,
getting
I
a
can
breath.
talk."
That's me getting a breath. Okay,
Okay, I'm sorry.
it's all right.
That's just the problem with Ketrin is because I do that, and because I'm an Australian, I have to talk quick, otherwise someone else will talk and I'll get my thing out.
Yes, and you got shouted at for it, so it's interesting. Anyway,
Yeah, well, Ketrin don't care.
Yeah. all right. They have sworn their allegiance to me, and while some prove worthless with their souls, I'm sure you've seen those flesh bags outside on the ground.
I popped one by accident.
Yes, there are others who prove more valuable in their lives,
Hmm.
and they retain their mortal form for some time. Some even rise up to become devils themselves.
And he like pauses a moment to see if she's actually finished.
She's waiting.
Okay, so the power we get would be of their status, or we get one of them as our servant. Is that what you're saying?
Hold on. I'm going to find it because there is. Hold on, there's a whole thing here. Hold on a minute. As I look for my notes.
Because I'm curious if I can exchange that deal.
Oh. Do
We
tell
have.
me.
Look. I'm not fond of the idea of demons destroying a town. Or city, or whatever you want me to do. So I won't be taking the last 2. First one, however, may be of intent.
I
So
Makes sense.
instead of power, Information. We have 2 people we need to find. And I want to beat the ever-living shit out of them. We want to find who took our dragons. And we want to find out who has bought them.
Well, he grinds his teeth.
I want to personally kill both of them.
And
I will
that's
be
why
happy
you're
to kill your
here.
little enemies. Oh, is that the deal we're doing? We're killing those people as your enemies?
No, that's
Does
part
that
of-
line up?
No,
Okay, well that makes things easy.
no. That
No?
fire. Interrupt me again, and I will gut you.
You said that before.
And
I
my
understand the
patience grows
consequences
thin.
of this. Trust me, I know the feeling.
Oh my god, Ethan, shut the fuck up!
I'm just relating to her. That's just how that's how he talks. He's like, no, trust me, I understand your plight. I don't want to be here either. You don't like talking to me, I don't like being here. Let's get this over and done with.
I would like to stand farther away from Kirchen out of any sort of blast radius.
Mm-hmm. As she looks and just goes, no. What I meant by what I said is that zealous heart to fight anything and anything that comes across your path. That is why you are here, especially you, monk. You've drawn my eye for quite some time.
She had mentioned that.
Yes.
So what is your ideal with me?
Depending on how your life turns out, maybe a general. Or
So accepting this first deal just basically confirms that I'm going to be working for you in some way, shape, or form.
no, that would only be if you sold me your soul.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I already have something for that, so I can't
There-
really take the last offer.
There are
However, I
rules
might
for
be
this
doing the
contract.
There are rules? Okay, what are these rules?
Rules are we must give each creature of the material realm a choice in matters and give them levels of power associated with us over time. And these are rules that every devil must accept. We are structured here, though some may wish that we weren't.
Okay, that makes more sense.
As she's talking, by the way, flames are kind of shooting out of her mouth.
Yeah, I figured. He's punched an ancient brass dragon that would turn out to be his king. He's been scared of many things, especially a deity that apparently can gut him and grab him by the throat. Right now, he's just exhausted, done, deadpan. I haven't slept.
I know.
So, right now, he's just kind of like, yeah, okay, this is happening. I'm just accepting it, and I'm going to continue talking. So, you're offering us all the offering us all the contract, and this applies to everyone. Or no, in each individual. Sorry,
Each
word paraphrasing.
individual.
Okay. Well, I mean, I know what times they're accepting. It'll be up to them to pick theirs.
She looks at the
Yeah.
rest. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Maddie was gonna do what Boomy did and just be like, raises her hoof because she doesn't want to interrupt.
She kind of nods.
So just quick little, I guess, minor religious question here. So we would have to denounce our old deities if we went with you. Would I have to give up being a druid of the Wild Mother if that was the case?
Don't speak that name here again.
Okay. Just...
Wait, with renouncing the deities, is that part of the first contract or the last contract where we have to give you our soul?
Last.
Okay. I don't really have a god anyway, so.
Oh no.
And another question. What do you think about necromancy?
It's a stupid question.
Yeah.
If it helps in wartime, then I don't care.
Okay. Just wanted to ask, because you know some people don't like necromancy. It's frowned upon. Yada yada. Yada. Okay.
As you say that, you hear a scream off in the distance. Just a, ah!
Okay.
But just it's a general thing. Each for the first stipulation of the contract, each of us as an individual would have to kill. It was 15. You said right, Zorn? 15 demons.
50.
50.
So each of us have to kill 50 demons each.
No. 50 creatures on the material plane.
Okay. Who are your enemies?
Anybody.
I mean, we were told that you wanted to see us because we killed people who were rivaled to you
Yes.
on the material plane.
Mm-hmm.
The demons and that bitch over in the mountain.
So,
Oh.
would it be more prudent to readjust the terms of the first condition to killing people who serve her directly? Would that be more tasty deal for us to target the servants of the bitch in the mountain?
If you are to do that, then I will also change my agreement on that end. Instead of 50, it will be 100.
Oh, I can do that. Is that a piece or the whole group?
A piece.
Yeah, that might be doable. I mean, she has a lot of servants up there, as far as I know.
Mostly kobolds that you can easily squash.
Yeah, I mean, and according to you, she even has demons. So if the demons are on the material plane, we kill them. But that counts, right?
She's made a pact with them for somehow.
So we need to kill them and then brand them with your mark. There, done. I'll be willing to accept that deal.
You, one with furry legs and that smells of elves. What about you?
I didn't really want to do this mission, but I heard that you know of a goblin.
I do.
One with like ears. I just wanted to know where they are, for personal reasons.
Well, as the first part of my deal with you to get you here, I agree to give you this information. You will find them in the plains of Avarice, which you traveled across to get here. They are towards the south, in a rock forged by the crawling king as he burrowed beneath the ground here once, until he was banished to his own plane of existence.
Okay. So we go kill... Oh, well, I don't think we can kill a king. We can try.
He is well fortified and has many magical armaments and demons at his disposal. We have tried to root him out, but my servants sometimes don't hold up to expectations. And as you should know, you do not have to take this deals. You can simply walk out of here if you wish. But that is up to you. I am offering you power beyond your dreams, though.
I personally haven't went through this journey to gain power. I was just... I'm searching for people. That's been my part of the journey, so... I'm not gonna accept this. But I want to find a goblin, and I want to save the dragon. That's all I want.
Yeah.
She kind of nods.
And That's my goal as well. I don't really care much for power. But
I'm more curious about the item than I am the.
oh,
I don't- I
all right,
don't
there was an
think-
item.
I
What
don't
was the item?
think we're willing to lead an army of demons to destroy a city for an item. Unless you are, Maddie. Are you?
What? Looks at Boomy.
It's a stipulation for the item is you have to lead like army of demons to destroy a city.
I mean, it's her choice. I don't know what city she'd want destroyed.
I would have to see and send my spies through, and then have you open English. Sorry.
Oblivion Gate.
Have to open a gate for us to storm through and destroy once more on the material plane.
Okay. So it's more or less like you don't know right now.
No,
Okay.
it would be when I call upon you.
I, at this time, would like to agree to the terms of the first deal for me to kill 100 people who served the bitch in the mountain in exchange for power, and I will
You agree right now, you say?
for that one and only that one. If I can, any excuse to kill anyone who served Thymor, I would love to do. And if his power will help me bring him down, and all I have to do is kill 100 people who serve Thymor / bitch in the mountain in your name and brand them with your mark, and nothing else, none of my soul, none renounce of anything, no serving of true loyalty to you. I'd be fine with that.
I love
I'd
your
have-
forwardness. Step forward.
Boomy steps forward. Obviously scared, but trying to like make herself stand straight and bravely.
You see from out of the shadows up top that corpulent demon kind of floats down. He's got kind of small wings and he's kind of like just floating down.
Hmm.
And you see him just look over, and in everyone's mind you just hear,
We have one so far. Good.
That sounds familiar.
I feel paranoid.
Look,
He's scared.
look, I can only do so many voices, okay? And
She
he's
wants
got a
to
It's
power.
really
okay,
bad
it's
one.
really funny because I hear that and I'm like, oh great.
Yes.
I don't want to.
You
That's
feel
what I said.
you
Last time I
feel
made a deal
you
with
feel an
someone.
alien mind go in you, but as you do that, you see him pull out what it's gonna sound gross. Basically a pocket in his skin. You see him pull out a sheet of paper. Boomy, I want you to give me a perception check on this paper.
Oh dear. Perception on paper?
Yeah.
Hmm. I'm bad at perception checks, you know that!
4's not bad. I don't know. 9. Yeah, it's just a piece of
I
paper.
just roll sucky.
Yeah. All right. All right. As you see him start to bite his finger. You see blood just start popping out as he begins to scribe across this paper, and in the mind you just hear,
Do you speak infernal?
No, I do not.
What a waste.
you see him quickly jot something on there.
If you need to know what I speak, I speak.
Silence.
Yes.
You see him continue to write and just write. About 2 minutes passes as he's writing this.
Huh.
And then,
Well, this is happening.
yeah. And as he does that, he goes over to what you can only assume is Zariel. At this point, the lord of this place.
Yeah.
and you see her take her finger as well, and literally just bite a whole chunk off where blood is just spurting, like, and she literally just slashes it across the contract. And then he comes over to you. He's towering, by the way. He stands a good 25 feet tall and almost 25 feet wide in girth.
I don't even come to his knee, probably.
No. As he
So,
puts it down
can I
towards you.
can I read the contract?
No, you can't.
How do I know this says what the promise was?
Because if I lie, I get punished. And even
So
though
you
I'm
can
all about a
guarantee
good
that this is the deal.
punishment.
You can guarantee me this is the deal. I kill 100 servants of the she who we will not name currently,
The scaled tyrant, yes.
and you will, and nothing else. No swears of loyalty. No.
Oh
Give you
no.
my soul.
That's in the options if you so choose to take.
None of
But-
that. Just killing the people for you and branding them in your name, and I get the power. That's what's on here.
Yes.
Very well. Boomy will put her thumb in her mouth and bite down. Not like put a chunk, but it's just enough to make it bleed.
Take 1 point of damage, please.
And she'll press her thumb on it.
All right. As you press your thumb, you see the blood suddenly start to swirl and swirl and swirl and impact on the paper. And as it does, it seems to peel away, leaving behind a stain, as suddenly it starts to slither up your hand. And Boomy, as you open your mouth, it instantly flows into your face and your body.
Gotta love demon
Add,
contracts.
add a +2 to your dexterity modifier. And your max is increased to 28.
Wait, so I get +2 to my dexterity?
+2, and your max dexterity that you can have now is 28.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Oh god, my dexterity is 7.
Yes.
Wait, to the modifier or to the score?
To the score is a +2.
Okay.
But your max can now be a 28. Yes.
I'm at 25 now, and I have dex 7.
Yeah. But however, you suddenly look at the contract and you can read it. It looks like it's in common.
Wait, do I now understand Infernal?
You now also understand Infernal. However, as you do that, suddenly you feel a burning sensation in your hand. Just immediately starts to erupt. Just as it burns and burns and burns. As suddenly you see a symbol appear once more on your hand.
Like on the palm or on the back?
On the palm. As it burns into it. I will she really doesn't, I don't think she has a symbol per se from the book. If she does, I will change it. But for right now, you see what appears to be a spear and a sword crossing across your hand, surrounded by fire. And as you look at it, it seems to move within your hand. And you see that the first contract part is checked off. You have agreed to these terms. And you see that the other 2 options are available for you.
I've
If you
agreed
choose.
to terms to kill 100 people in her name while and branding them after I kill them.
Yes.
And I get this is the power I get. It's the +2 dexterity.
And it being able to read Infernal.
That didn't feel good, but okay
You
then.
alright?
I feel weird, but I'm okay.
Alright. Question, does this just come to mind? It binds you to the contract to kill, for Bumi's case, 100 of the people who served the Tiamat thing, creature. Name, I fucking don't care. And what if he doesn't complete it before he dies? She dies. Is there some sort of consequence to that, or is it like you try?
Boomy, do you read the fine print?
Oh god, it's fine print. I was looking up reading over the fine print. Like, wait, I didn't ask about that part.
If you fail to complete the contract, your soul is null and void and belongs to property of Zariel immediately.
I knew it. I knew it.
I see Boomy cringe inwardly. Like, it's always a fine print.
The questions. That's the demons. All right. Well.
Devils, Ketrin. Devils.
Devils. My
Like,
son. I'm sorry.
It says if I fail, she gets my soul anyway, even though I didn't agree to the soul part.
I mean, that's the fine print. You got to read it all.
Just
I'll
Maddie
kill
is
them
just
all.
kind of Maddie is just staring and watching and goes, "I'll have to think on this. I might come back to you on this."
I'm gonna walk over
Real-
back to Boomy and Mallow and just like cover my face, go, oh god, what did I just do?
All right.
did that.
So, do we all get these sorts of contracts, and we can sign it whenever we want, if the moment suits us?
The offer is open anytime you wish. However, you would have to find a way to contact me after this point. This is an invitation right now.
All right.
And like I
well,
said, you are option to leave if you want, but you have seen the power that I can give. Imagine what I could give to you.
Well,
noted.
thank you for your time. But if there's anything else, perhaps we should go and try to save some dragons, you know?
Yes. Indeed. I do have one last question, because it's occurred to me that we may be in a bit of a predicament. Us leaving here to do our own business in this realm, does that break any obligation for you returning us to our normal realm, or are we stuck here until you find a way out?
She kind of looks over to the buxom woman flying next to her. Well, daughter, what do you think? Well, if I had my choice, I mean, I would love to them to stay.
He pauses a
The-
moment, it's like, daughter? I threatened to punch her daughter. I'm threatened to punch all the wrong people. Like, internally is what's going on. It's like, I've punched my king,
Yes,
I
they...
punched an ancient dragon, and now I've threatened to punch a daughter and a deity.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Don't
I've
forget you
worked
wanted to
it
punch
up.
Mallow once. Boy,
I-
you did that.
I mean, yeah, I've punched you, but that was under a dragon's influence.
Yeah.
Still.
All right. All right. As you are thinking this, you hear her say, I suppose I could return them upon their... How should we say... job done here, but, you know... It all depends. I mean, he has threatened to punch me numerous times, and... I'm quite eager to see if he can hold up to that. However, I don't think he's ready for the Colosseum.
I mean, a punch is a punch. I didn't say I'd defeat you.
Yes, but if you were to try, and you did succeed, then we would fight to the death.
Probably.
And I'm pretty sure I could kick your scrawny little ass.
Likely. Considering that you're the daughter of this deity.
Ketrin, why do you want to punch everything?
I punch things, okay? It's probably why she's gotten an eye on me.
It feels like
I've
that's your
punched
only
everyone.
character trait.
I've punched everyone in the casino before. The reason why I didn't want to go into the other one because I felt like I was gonna punch everyone there.
Gosh, maybe I shouldn't have asked.
If you want to know my history of punching, I can tell you every person I've punched and now I've killed them.
No. However, If we are done here and no one else wants a contract,
Maddie,
I'm sure you are tired.
very much so.
Yes.
Yes.
Very well, you may stay here for the night. Whatever we count this as. I don't know, nor do I care. Time is endless to me, and I don't give a damn right now. I'm bored. I need a good fight. What about that one dwarf who was trying to renounce his claim to me? Oh, he's been taken care of. Damn, I would have liked to kill him myself.
He like Ketrin turns to the party like, do we leave now? I think we
I
leave
think
now.
she needs to tell us where to go. Sleep.
You're looking
Yeah.
at it.
Oh.
Just in this
Oh.
room.
Yes.
Seems like it. Alright, well, I'm gonna... He goes over. Is there like pillars around here?
You are in a flat stone box room.
Yeah, alright.
I'd like
That's
to go
right,
into
I made an almost natural 20. Check on that. I remember
I
now.
would like to go into one of the corners and make a safe space for us.
Yeah, Ketrin
Fair.
will follow. And be like, alright, we'll go over here.
Yes.
Yeah, Maddie
and-
goes over there too.
Yes, and as you guys do that, you see the 3 demons now fly up towards the ceiling. To what up there? You don't know. And as you, by the way, Kietrin,
Yeah.
hold on, sorry, Mallow, I know you want to say something. As you're looking around, give me an investigation check with advantage because of your stoneworkers cunning. 17. As you're looking around, suddenly you start to notice the basalt at the bottom, where she crashed down under the ground. Seems to start reforming a little bit. It's a slow process, but it's starting to reform over time back into a flat slab of rock.
I don't know any type of natural stone that does that. Good thing. Is this is there arcane runes around here? Does she do that often? I can only imagine.
There's only your party here.
Yeah, he's just sort of like talking to himself. Yeah, are there runes on the floor, or is it just a weird type of rock?
With that investigation check, you can't tell.
Alright, then.
As Maddie quickly claps her feet on the ground.
She's clapping every.
She's tapping her toe as she's thinking.
Yes, and go ahead, Mallow. Sorry.
What was I gonna say? I guess I was gonna say something funny like, "Welcome to hell, where you can't sleep properly."
Ruby's gonna
well.
sit up against the wall and stare at her hand.
I can set up a silence spell so that we won't be bothered by any screaming for a while, but that'll only last until for as long as I'm awake.
You have no key points left, Kietrin.
I don't have any key points anyway. So, you know, I can take a short rest beforehand.
And Mallow just snuggles close to Maddie like, "Yes, this is nice."
It's just Maddie just like looks at him and go, "You don't have to sleep on the floor if you don't want to. You could always use me."
Ketchum's just rubbing his neck.
appreciate that.
Is that
Didn't take
an
it.
invitation?
I can only hold one person at a time. I may be large, but I can only hold him. Or just you, if it was a choice. I do have other things I need to think about, though.
Are you thinking about that deal still?
It just tugs on me. I just don't know how much my mother truly does want me around anymore with how many times I guess, disappointed her.
I personally, I don't recommend it. Primarily because you know what happens, Boomy. If you fail this, you're gonna have your soul taken.
Eh,
do that, but
Yeah.
I don't personally want this to happen, but
Fuck, I forgot to
Your choice.
ask how I'm supposed to brand these people.
With
I'm
your
sure your
hands,
mother loves
obviously.
you.
Oh, okay.
It just irks me though, because I've done things that she's scolded or given me very disappointed looks for. It's just like, does she even care if I ever did actually do this? Is my big question. I love her, and I love the powers that she's given me over nature. But it
Then
just
ask.
doesn't feel right.
Personally, I don't want you to go through it, but again, your choice. But maybe talk to your mother next time, see how she feels, okay?
I guess when I go to sleep, I could always try.
Mallow gives Maddie like a nice big hug and nuzzles her like, I'll be here if you need company.
Boomy just sits alone and cold and looks at her hand and terror and subtle existential dread at what she just did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Oh.
You're in your own hell, you can't have Mallow.
Boomy's in her own
Your
hell.
worst nightmare.
Oh no.
Keshin's just gonna sit in like a corner a bit, like say 10 feet away from everyone, just sort of sit there. He's gonna pull out the book that he has with the raven, just the porcelain mask, and just flip through the pages idly.
Mm-hmm.
Not really sure
Yeah.
what to do as he's just resting.
Though Mallow will just say one thing. I want to have a finish talk with that goblin that probably took the dragons. Just telling you all that.
You don't want me to kill him right away?
Sure, yeah, go with that. 'Cause
Alright.
from what my memory says, this is probably the same goblin that took me away when I was a wee little fawnlet.
Oh, really?
Well, then we have to make sure to fucking kill him.
I'll let Mallow. He has seemed to have some personal vendetta against him. And the goblin, as much as I dislike the fact that he bought these dragons, he bought them. He didn't. There's no proof to know that he did it to spite us or not. So, I'll leave it to you. He doesn't have I don't have a personal vendetta against him.
Kitron, I'd like you to roll me a history
Mhm.
check, please.
Sure.
That's investigation.
No, he hasn't rolled a history yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
12. Something at the back of your mind as you say something about that goblin tugs a little bit. And as you're trying to recall it, you suddenly realize, wasn't there a goblin with Thymor and that Goliath creature when you guys were in that dwarven city that was owned by the Red Dragon?
Yeah. Hmm. I'll leave it to you, Mallow. But if it hurts any of you, I will kill him without any hesitation.
Very well. Though, as I recall, he's a transformer.
A robot in disguise?
What you meant to say, he's a shapeshifter.
No, I mean, Transformer works in this one. It's funny. All right.
I'm sorry. I just happened as like, I gotta.
All right. Are y'all going to bed?
Yeah.
Sure. Last and
Ketron's gonna take.
Should we take
Ketron-
watches?
Yeah, Ketron's gonna take a short rest first, so therefore when he's able to cast silence to at least give people a bit of a better sleep.
Okay, I'll stay up. I'll stay up first. Keep watch. Make sure none of these demons try to come munching our toes or something.
Okay. I'll be up a little. I'll be up with you. I'm just gonna take a short rest before I go to bed.
All right.
Daddy's
Boomy.
gonna
Oh, go.
probably more or less meditate before she actually falls asleep.
Now it's gonna take the full rest because he's exhausted.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
fair
we're all
enough.
taking a long rest. It's just that, you know.
Okay,
Shifts.
so we want me to roll perception, I'm guessing?
Well, first of all, I'd like Maddie to roll a D100
A D100. Okay.
as she's meditating, praying to the Wild Mother.
And asking for guidance, more or less. 71.
Hmm.
Okay. All right, good to know. Yes, I'd like to have you do a perception check.
That's
Four-
decent.
14. Yeah, that's decent. I mean,
15 would be nicer, but...
it's still
Can my
pretty good.
17 be like my passive perception as I'm just resting?
Well, that's investigation, so no. That needs
No,
your hands.
passive perception.
Well, I mean,
Because I'm
I
doing a
would
short
give-
rest. I'm not really paying attention, but it's
yeah,
there.
I mean, you are tighter than all shit is the problem. You know what I mean? You've been up for over 24 hours at this point. So,
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, luckily you aren't exhausted, but you're kind of getting tired. I will allow Boomy to have advantage on that, so it is a 21 instead. All right.
Okay.
Yay.
You comb through this room. Your new senses kind of tingling a little bit as you suddenly feel a lot more live than you thought you were. And you're just like, your body seems to be almost like on fire a little bit, and you're just like looking around this whole room, and it's just like, you kind of want to punch something almost as you're looking through. But yeah, you see nothing for the most
That's
part.
my job.
By the way, I need everyone to make me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Wisdom, yeah.
Does natural 20 work?
Okay.
Woo!
Okay, Boomy.
I
8.
fucking failed.
Okay.
Well done.
Yep.
There you go.
Nightmares coming for me.
And
20.
20. All right. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, thank you. All right. Yeah,
No prob.
your shift goes on without a problem, Boomy.
Okay. I guess I'll wake Kitchen up and then we'll make sure Kitchen's awake and go pass out in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've taken my short rest, so I'm gonna use my hit dice.
Fair enough.
I'll use 4 of them,
you're
so
getting a long rest, so I mean,
1. I know, but still, just in case we get ambushed beforehand. I've had that happen before.
true. I mean, you guys just need to get done with the fight, so.
So 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7.
I was laughing with
So
the
13,
9.
28.
28 points. Okay, sweet.
Hey, you got your fire damage back.
I did. My hand healed up.
Yeah, it's kind of like crisping over. It's like, ow.
Yeah, no, I have tough fight. I'm fine.
Yeah.
And I get my key points back, and I'm just gonna keep an eye out. I'll take this at disadvantage though if need be, because I
No,
am tired.
no, you're not that
No?
tired. I mean, you did get that little bit rest, and you have been resting before, so.
Okay. In that case, perception check.
Mm-hmm. 11.
Ouch.
You're in a square
Yeah.
black room.
I've looked at this room many a time.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, did we have enough rations for everyone tonight?
I mean, you
I
guys
have
did eat
enough.
the night before, so I mean
Oh,
earlier
true.
this
Yeah,
night.
and I
so.
gave Keatrin a good berry.
True, we
True.
did have. Okay,
So I'm
you don't
fine.
need to
I'm,
eat
I'm
that.
fine on food.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Well,
Uh.
if nothing seems to be going out of the ordinary, I'll set up. I'll go over. I'll tell someone to like wake someone up.
All right. As you're doing
And,
this, however, I need everyone to mute but Sour.
Oh.
Okay.
And Keatrin deafened.
Yep. As Maddie, as you prayed and prayed into the night, you find yourself feeling cooler all of a sudden than in the hot air you were just in.
Her
And you
ears
feel,
flick.
yeah, you feel something brushing past them, like many different blades almost. You would know what grass is. This is grass.
Mhm. she will open her eyes, look around, and stand up.
You're in a field. You don't know where exactly. You've never seen this before, but you're in a field with long flowing grass that just whips this way and that.
Am I completely alone?
As of right now, yes.
She looks around. Mother?
You
Well,
feel
she starts to walk a little.
Yeah, you feel a warm breeze caress you as you say that.
And she stops and looks.
And as you do that, you see from the ground a woman once more appears, an elven woman with leaves in her hair, a simple gown on her, as she just goes, "You've passed through the divine gate. Interesting."
I wanted to ask you something.
Yes?
I want you to answer it truthfully. How much are you disappointed in me?
Disappointed. Huh.
It's just, I know the last few times I've been under your reign, I've been quiet, collected, very shy, and not wanting to do much. But after following my new group, I've realized that you've gotten a bit more, I guess, not so happy with me for how I've been taking combat, and how that my tendencies to relish in death have made minor changes here or there over the course of my new adventure.
Hmm.
I just want to know if you still love me.
She walks over to you and just goes and puts a hand on your shoulder. You feel the warmth of almost like a spring breeze on your shoulder as she does this. "I love all my creations equally. You are one such being."
Even if I tend to mess with the dead too much?
Well, at the time you did, but I believe you've come to see the dead as a necessary course of life as well. That the decay that comes from death brings new life, yes?
Very much so.
The thing I had a problem with, or rather I should say, disliked that you were doing, was killing in brutal ways. I understand death is messy, but at the same time, one can show respect for those that will nourish the ground one day.
I understand this. I am sorry for doing things like that, but oddly enough, I don't know why. I just take such, I guess, relish within it. Or, like, more or less, for those that, for some reason, I tend to kind of snap a little. I don't know why. Is it something that's locked within me that wants to come out? That I act this way? Because usually I'm fine, scared, and I don't want to fight. But the moment people show me violence towards me, I just want to see their entrails hanging from tree branches. She looks to the ground.
That is not something I can say for sure, as you are your own English. You are your own being. That is for you to figure out whether or not that is something that you would like to follow, or would like to change about your perspective in life and death.
It's just, I enjoy seeing beauty and decay. Using it the way it should be is to create new life. And if at times I tend to bring that decay back for my own game, but I don't know if you're able to in the I guess infernal plane at this point. I'm not material now.
I am taxing my energy to speak with you right now, but your prayer did get through to me, and even though you are on this side, this is a different realm than I usually dwell. So our time is short, but you seem to
time is
need
short.
this.
Yes, it's just I was thinking, pardon me, but I was thinking that if you really didn't like the way that I was taking things, you wouldn't have to worry about me anymore.
As long as you live, Maddie, I will always worry about you.
I just what more or less I'm being put up an offer and I wanted to know really if I should stay or if you'd be happier if I was not your disciple anymore.
You see her kind of put her head down at that and just think for a moment. And she just goes, do you know why gods created you mortal races?
How so?
We did it to give them the option to create themselves the way they wanted. So as much as it would pain me to see you leave my side, I cannot stop you if that's your choice. I would be sad, but there will be more in time.
Time under your banner that would as relishing in blood as I tend to be.
But maybe find a way to... You can see she's having trouble, like, trying to explain it to you, like, you know... I don't want to say work it out, but it's like, you know, just like, you know, think on it a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and just Maddie, just seeing her think, she goes, don't think that if I did go this path and accept the way that I am and the way I relish bloodshed that I'd forget about you. Even if I wasn't allowed to pray to you every night like I used to, or as I'd hate you, I still would consider you as a just kind of being forced to not be allowed to do things in your honor anymore.
And that's what powerful creatures and deities ask of people. But right now my time is short.
I
And
understand.
unfortunately I must go.
And she nods. I'll make my choice. Just know that even if I decide to go with the way I am, I'll still always love you.
You see her give a sad smile. I know. And as an autumn tree does, you see the leaves just fall off her head, and as they do, her whole body turns into them and they just float away.
And do I wake up at this point?
Yes, as Keatrin shakes you awake.
Okie doke, yeah. He's muted at this point, though.
Yeah.
And deafened.
Yeah, hold on a minute.
Scream at him.
Yeah, I'm screaming at him.
Ah!
Yes.
Alright, I'm here.
Yep.
Hello, you're the only one who deafened out of everyone.
I know.
Yes, as...
I realized I deafened after I deafened, and I didn't want to unmute and then to remute. And I'm
Yeah.
like, alright.
It's alright, it's alright. As, you shake Maddie awake.
Hello, come on, hello.
Just shake it out of her trance.
Yeah, time to wake you up.
You were sleeping
It's
at
time
this
to take
point.
watch.
Oh, okay.
Alright, go sit here, just a small bit forward. And wake us, like, come shake us awake. I'm gonna put a silent spell on us,
Okay.
not you, so you can hear.
Okay, and
That
she
way
gets
we
up
can-
and moves a little bit away.
Yeah. You need us just.
Kietron, roll me an Arcana check.
I know what silence is, right?
I
I
understand
know what it
that.
does.
So that you would know if you fall asleep and go unconscious, basically, you can't concentrate on it.
Silence is a concentration spell.
Yes.
I forgot if it was a concentration spell or not. Doesn't matter. It'd still be getting...
Click it just to make sure I'm not botching that. Yeah,
No, it is
concentration up to 10.
concentration. It has a C next to it.
Yep.
That's annoying.
Yeah, sorry, man.
Well,
The spells are.
Whatever then. Don't worry about it. I just realized this would be pointless.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, I'm going to bed. My moment of meditation was apparently just null and void.
Just Maddie moves a little bit away from the group as she sits and just stares at the blank room around her.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll
Should I
a
make
perception check.
Perception? Okay.
20. As you're looking around, you kind of look up to the ceiling, and you see a bunch of demons, or excuse me, devils. I want to keep. They're the same to me. They're the same to me, in all honesty. You see a bunch of devils flying now through the various hallways above that you can now see through. Actually, as you look through, you see them. Some holding torches, some not, just like barreling through.
Mm-hmm.
As you look up, and you see one pair of eyes look down at you.
And she stares back at them.
And you see flying down the buxom lady.
Oh. She stands up because she was sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
I see that you were praying to your deity.
Yes. I just wanted to ask her a question.
Interesting. Interesting.
I know you don't know me, but I've always been holding something back. And it's more or less, I'm questioning if I should accept your, well, I'm guessing your boss's offer.
My mother's, you mean?
Yes.
Well,
Because more or less that I relish in bloodshed, even though deep down I don't want to, but it just kind of comes out.
well, here, you would not feel that. We relish in the fight. Every bone-crunching hit, every jarring blade piercing our skins. It's just a sensation one loves. You see her kind of, like, you know, get a little too enthused about the idea of getting hit with objects.
Melissa Maddie tilts her head at this. It just looks and goes, would I still allow to keep my magic?
Yes, but it might twist and change depending on how far you go.
I mean, I'm a druid of decomposition, so I relish and at least see the brighter things decay that most wouldn't, especially with the
Yeah.
ability to raise it.
And that one she turns to you and just goes, that last part's interesting. The first part, that's trivial bullshit.
Oh, okay.
But
But
you can control the dead, you say?
she nods. I can raise corpses or skeletons. I can raise up to... Would I know how many I could raise at once?
You know the spell.
Yes, it's more or less. I could raise up to, I think, around...
Right now, I
3 or
believe it's
4?
1. I think, well, you have multiple 4th level spells right now, yes?
Yeah, I have multiple 4th levels. Well, actually, this is a 3rd level
Oh,
reanimate
3rd
dead.
level, yeah, so...
So for as many times as I can cast my 3rd level, as many
Right,
times
which
as
is, you can only
reanimate dead.
you can only raise 1 corpse at 3rd level, but then you get... Hold on, you get some more benefit. Click the spell for me, please.
Okie doke.
Just so I can read. I know this spell very well because I play a necromancer. Yeah, 2 additional. So every level above, you get 2 additional. So
Okay, so I can cast 2 at this point.
yeah. So basically, you could summon. You've got 3 third levels, yes.
Yeah, 3 third levels and 2 fourth levels.
And then so basically, you can summon 9 corpses. You would know
9 corpses. Okay.
if
Is
you
she
burned
just-
everything.
If I burn everything, okay. She just thinks and goes, I think I can control about up to 9 at once.
Interesting. Very interesting. I definitely make you on the battlefield a little harder to hit. And provide some distractions. Very interesting indeed. But yes.
But I was thinking, and do you think I could talk to what's her face again?
Zariel.
Zariel, yes.
Right, you want to talk to her now?
Whenever she's free, I'm not in a rush.
Well, it depends. If you are interested in the contract now, I can take you there, yes?
I might be.
Take my hand.
Raises hoof and takes.
With an iron grip, you start to fly into the air with her. And they're already muted, so let's go up to Zariel. All right.
Well, they have to deafen at this point.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, just so they can hear me say come back in.
Okay.
But don't do it now, guys. Don't do it now. All right. So, you go flying up for what feels like an eternity. You can't... You don't have dark vision, do you?
No, I do not have dark vision.
As soon as you pass where the torches down below had lit the light, had a light, you can't see anything as you just go flying up and up and up and up into the darkness. Until eventually, you feel your feet alight on a platform.
Okay.
You feel the hand tug you forward once more.
And she follows.
You go straight. You go left. You go right. Straight some more. Left again. Left again. Back down. Up. And down. Right again. Left again. Until finally, you hear her knock on a door. Yes! We may have another. Oh. You see the door just open on its own. You see the same black stone all around. And as you enter the room, you see once more a very Spartan looking room. No one singular window in the back, barred heavily, and a table in the center of this room. It's a good 15 feet tall room, so a lot of things can walk around. But you can see a giant map covering the a singular table in the room. And the room stretches about 40 feet by another 40 feet or so.
She looks around before looking up at the person in question she wanted to speak to.
Yeah, you see the, again, flame-winged female form with cloven hooves and tattered purple clothing standing before you. Yes.
I was thinking about your offer.
And your decision?
I'm going to take all 3.
You don't see a, You look at, you suddenly... Sorry, this caught me off guard. All right. As you look at it, you see a smile creep across her face. And she just goes, I love it when Celestials fall
What'd you say? You cut out.
Sorry. I love it when celestials fall. And you hear, and as we cut away, we see the door close. Right behind. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Maddie, you're a dumb shit. You do realize what this means.
We're
Yes,
gonna
I
have to
do.
kill you eventually
do.
now.
Yeah, no, Ketrin is actually going to try and kill you if you try to set a city on fire and destroy it. If he catches you doing that, he will try to kill you.
Oh.
What if it's a city full of people who worship the Scale Tyrant?
Who
Yeah.
knows?
If it's a city, then by all means.
Well,
But
that was your deal,
the
Boomy.
fact is,
You don't know what her deal is
holy
going to be.
shit.
Well, Maddie,
Oh my god.
congratulations, you leveled up.
Yay!
No
Oh.
shit, she leveled up.
Everyone. She's one level higher than us now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Great, my wife sold her soul to the devil.
Right?
Well,
Like, I actually took all that time to think about it. Well, she's
You didn't
trying
even
her
ask
hardest.
anyone. Oh my god.
well, this is her character choice, so
oh
we're gonna have to pick
my
that up next
God.
time.
Oh
It's
god.
something she's been thinking about since that offer was dropped, because you know how she is. She may be a celestial
Ooh.
unicorn of nature, but she can snap and like brutalize people for fun.
Well, it doesn't mean that she likes it.
Alright,
She
let's
said
go
before
on
she
ahead.
hates
Yes.
it.
Anyway, that was a bit of I know this is a little bit of a shorter episode. I mean, by about 10 minutes or so, but I'm sorry. That just I had to end it there. That was just too amazing. And stuff. So
I just.
Time to
Oh,
roll my new
no.
health.
I'm
yeah,
so
we're
sorry
gonna have a talk,
What I'm
Maddie.
about to do to your horse.
We're gonna have a talk.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Big time.
God.
There yeah. But anyway, with that
Keep from Ketrin.
I think instead of the guys, I have a different name for this episode. I want to call it a deal struck.
A deal
Oh,
struck.
yeah.
I know we wanted to
What
go with the
about,
gang goes to hell, but I feel like a deal
No.
struck is just so much better.
I feel like.
The deal was her being semi-pink whatever.
Tugging on tense strings or something.
Anyways,
Yeah.
oh folks, I'm nowhere, okay? You
Oh
don't
my
need to find me.
god.
Yeah. All right, Bert, where can they
You
find
are-
you, my friend?
I am going to hide under and just die because I hate Maddie right now.
Hey,
Otherwise,
she
I'm
hates herself, but she's thinking she should just roll with how she is because she can't control it.
That's the point about your character.
All right, guys,
She
okay.
doesn't think.
Guys.
All right.
I
so
love it. I love it.
Yeah.
It hurts me.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
your
I'm
fifth
at
level spell.
Burn Sonic at FA, NSFW, whatever. And I figured out how to fix Twitter, so I'm back on Twitter.
Nice.
I'm born.
All right.
Yeah, there's a
Born.
Chrome extension you can use.
Mm-hmm. All right. Mallow's there being the good church boy that he is, so we're
Yep.
yes.
And apparently my wife sold him there. Sold to the devil. So this is conflicting.
Yes. Boomy, aka Fen, my friend.
You can find me at Transmission Phoenix at YouTube.com or in Zorn Sidebar. I'll be eventually releasing new videos.
Yes.
Oh, which by the way, I need to start making some more Warhammer 40k video because some people requested it.
There
Very
you
popular.
go. Sounds fun. Sour, our little celestial turned demon. Where are they gonna find you, honey?
Find me. Ask Nightmare Edgar at foraffinity.net or Sour Cups on Tumblr, and that's the only places you can fucking find me.
Fair
I'm
enough.
mostly hiding in my own hole.
And you're hiding with a demon now, so this is interesting. But
Oh boy! And I get
Yes.
5th level spells now.
yes, and I will get you your item that you get. All right. You can find me here At Zorn, Zorn32 on Twitter, Zorn on the YouTubes. Tomorrow becomes a new video coming out. It's going to be lightly edited because recorded for 6 hours, and I actually loved a lot of it. So new video coming out tomorrow for a new series that's already been recorded, very easy to edit, and it's just a very fun game. You might have heard of it. It's called For the King. Which is very cool.
I believe Zorn's going to run me through my first playthrough at some point.
Potentially. We might stream it, we might not. I don't know. We'll have to see. But until then, everyone, let's all go rest our heads now and figure out what the hell Demon Maddie is going to look like. Thank you all for watching. And as always, enjoy the show.
Oh, she's actually going to look like a demon now?